Yeah. I keep my word, chat. It can be a little late sometimes. I'll be the first to admit. I'm not always the most quick off the mark, but I keep my word. Now today we could have played people that played. Basically, for those who remember the old streams when I first started up with Wizdom Wednesdays. Much thanks to Speckinator for that name. The third game was something special. There were blood tests that had to be done as if I was an actual scientist, and we may have also strapped a bomb to ourselves and hugged Dracula. It was a special time in our lives. I think I also nearly got assassinated by a pro-Nazi group. You know, the good times, you know? And I said, one day I'll play Mystery of the Druids. I always implied that was a possibility. And for some absurd reason, I have decided to keep my word. So here we are, chat. Here we are. But hello, everyone. Welcome back to Wizdom Wednesdays. We're back to the old setup. I mean, I'm tucked away in my office. This is full of clothes. I need to judge this place up again. I do need to. I'm already. I love how it's been like 2 days. I'm already like, man, this needs to be more cursed. This. I'm still. You can hear the creak to the chair. I'm still protesting. This. All the chairs I have are just. They are just anti-gay sitting. Like. Yeah. Which reminds me. I do have a treat for you, chat. Leaning against the mic. There we go. Yeah. cracking open a boy with the cold ones. Why are you purple? What? So I've been treating myself a little bit. You know, I deserve a treat. And I don't drink that much anymore. So for some reason, so what's this? This one is Juneberry Red Bull. You know, compared to the spiced pear I found earlier. I love how it's trying to sound almost classy, but you need to keep reminding yourself it's a Red Bull. It's not that classy. Is this part of the gay agenda, modifying all the chairs? Yeah, well, like it's like, I'm just, all right, not every gay person sits that way is what I'm saying, but I'm just saying, having spent time in a room with other queer people, it's just knees up all over the place, feet at different angles. It's very much part of the agenda now, yes. It's like it's hostile it's like the idea of hostile architecture, but it's more gay chairs. I'm very specific about my agenda. Ah! Ah! Oh, little Doro, thank you so much for the subscription. I'm being spoiled rotten. I've not been online for like 2 weeks, and I've gone up to like I'm beyond spoilt. I don't know how to react. This is my problem. Everyone else has these really big reactions to stuff. I'm just stun locked. I never expected to make money off this. This is me just dorking around in like Tokyo. Now look at me. This is like my biggest legacy. Oh no, the sofa bag. I wish the non-binary couch was real. I don't think you quite understand the emotional damage that caused. The bi sofa, the gay sofa, the lesbian sofa. They're not real. They were just showcased in IKEA. They have the ability to make them. They choose not to. I long for the non-binary leather straps. I want to scream it like I'm Dr. like Frankenstein. Here you go. Bring me the non-binary leather straps. I do not want to make assumptions of my creation. Oh god. Oh, Juneberry, what is going on with you? Oh. I'm gonna go for another sip. Oh, you're strange. I drink more. Oh. I don't hate it, but it's weird. That actually kind of explains a lot of my hobbies, really. I don't hate it, but it's weird. Ugh. God, what's with the volume mixing? This is still so weird to get used to. I need to get like a proper headset, I think. God, what? Eventually, chat, I'm gonna have to get a stream mixer. I will eventually have to like mess around and have a little bit of a fiddle with dials and knobs. I need to get the audio balance just right. I'm obsessed now. I'm obsessed. I think it comes with streaming. Because at the end of the day, you want things to be of a certain professional level, because otherwise, who's going to want to watch, you know? People are spending money and time here. I want to make sure it's all nice and pretty for everyone. I want everyone to have a good time. I love how I say that, and you don't see what I see. You don't... I mean, I'm looking at my screen. I'm looking at my screen, and all I'm seeing is that face. Yes! A mark of quality! Ah. You know what? I'm going to preemptively just get something. I'm going to get a guide to this game on my phone, because I don't really... Because this is one of those rare ones where I know going in how bad this is going to get. Have you been dining on cheese? Too much. I have like 3 baguettes in the fridge and the freezer to like keep fresh, and a pile of cheese. I've had feta, mozzarella. I've had red Leicester, double Gloucester. I need to stop. I'm not going to put back all the weight I've lost. Granted, I'm eating very small meals now. I just don't have this in me. Like, went to like a pub meal with friends and like, oh, order all this. And I'm like, I can maybe handle a third of what's on that plate. What? Why do we eat like this? The UK, why do you eat like this? Why must everything be a mound of food? Like you're scared the lordship's gonna like declare tax on it. And you'll never eat again. My lad, please. I'm not eating for 5 days. It's like you've had like 5 weeks worth of food in a day. Japan changed me, chat. I'm not the person I once was. I'm still bitter and twisted, but I was like that before. That's nothing's changed on that front. That's fine. Here we go. Mystery of the Druids Guide. Free study with certificates, all courses for free. That's not what I asked for. In the shadow of study, Hogwarts Legacy. That's not what I asked for. That is not what oh god, I think I spelled every single word wrong. That takes skill, that does. And you're probably thinking, didn't you teach English? Look, if you want the proper stuff, chat, pay me. Alright? Do nothing you're good at for free. Why do you think I talks the ways I do? No one's paying me. I'm holding the English language to ransom. Alright, any cursed comments? Oh my god. Such warnings as... I love this. Such warnings include some topics disappear after you choose one sentence. You will have to go back and restart the entire conversation with a character in order to be able to go to all through all the topics. That bodes well. Oh god, what's... what? Oh god, who was that? Oh god. Oh god. Sampy 8! Ah! You're spoiling me, Sampy. Show me an English teacher who can spell and I'll show you a unicorn. Well, in all fairness, I'm gonna be... Alright, it's about time someone said this. Your ability to spell correctly by hand, it's not that important, chat. We live in the world of spell checker. You will learn through the ages. I've slowly gotten better at spelling just by doing over the years. I'm just gonna be real, it's not important. Your penmanship was never important. We live in the future is now, old man. The future is now. We've moved on. Turn on you. There we go. I got taught full fountain pen skills while in primary school, and I can safely assure you all it was pointless. Absolutely pointless. And I'm beyond saving now. There's a lot of Americanisms in how I type and spell now, thanks to a year and a half teaching American English. Do I still say tomato wrong or tomato? I can't remember. I honestly can't remember anymore. I can't remember what belongs to who. The ship has sailed. Like, we are beyond the light of whatever god. I was about to say, because whatever god looks upon England, that's a better way to put it. Whatever entity has decided to lay claim to these sodden shores. This moist isle. This land of where we cook eel completely wrong. Jesus. Hey, Dandelion. Lovely to see you again. It's been a while. I've changed country. Things have gone a little awry. I am now elsewhere. Lovely to see you. Sam. Yes, I'm in the UK. Japan, living in Japan tag has been removed. A tad of a family emergency, basically. Oh, I'm okay. Basically, tad of a family emergency, but also just housing situation. I couldn't really stay in Japan when something was on the table out here. So I've now actually got my own apartment. I am living in my own little space. I have my own little office. I have my own little lounge. I have my own little bedroom. And each of these rooms is twice as large as my room in Tokyo. My entire home. I keep forgetting you all worked out how to gamble. It's a worrying trend. You were left unattended and you discovered gambling at it every day. They're gonna come and take my chat one day. All they do is fish and gamble. And fight death matches at my whim. But you need something to do with the points. But yeah, don't worry, Dandelion. I'm doing okay. It's just a new scenario, new lifestyle, new lineup. And we are now in a new level of scuff. I feel like I've heard your voice today. I am, unfortunately, a very genetic... I am a very generic British sounding person. I don't have an accent. Or if I do, I have a very low touch of it. But see, I've said this before, and I know this will shock many of you, but I was a drama kid. And not just a school drama kid. I was sent to drama classes outside, like performances. He lives in your world like a badger. I have been haunted by that phrase. Prohibitively expensive. I don't need another. There's so much free real estate in your walls, chat. You don't understand. A grouty badger. I love how it's been less like it has been a year. God, yeah, it's been a year now, and we have developed our own terrible language. You'd be pleased to know I currently finished rendering. I need to catch up on the YouTube front, but we have just uploaded the first episode of Owlsguard, and I love how my notes on that is simply the word Roebuck. It just says Roebuck ! And the date. That's all it says. I'm just not living in walls until I have my own flat. You know what? Fair. Rented walls. Ugh. That's just gross. Who wants a rented wall? But then again, you're avoiding rent if you're living in the wall. So, you know. Nice little fishing trip. Just a moment to collect myself before the coming storm. Because I don't want to big it up too much. It's just a peacock bass. I do love peacocks. I gotta admit, chat, unironically, I love Kung Fu Panda. Kung Fu Panda, second movie, main villain. It's a peacock villain is just it's perfect. But yeah, I do apologize. I haven't been around a lot. My work closed down. We had to move, and that was hard. I did silly. 400 card today. Oh. Why on earth would you apologize? Like, there is absolutely zero need for that, Dandelion. I'm happy you sold some stuff. You come in when you feel like it. Whenever like circumstance allows, or you would like to. That's the other thing. If I'm not doing something you're into, then you don't have to watch. I never expect anyone to come in here if they don't like it. One of my mods walked out during Hitman because they hated what I was doing so much. I don't mind. Ooh. You're my friend. Fight me, nerd. Fight me in the dark. Oh god. I did wonder if there was gonna be like. Does duel work? Does duel? I think we got an emote for that. Give me a sec. Ah! there we go. Let them fight. Let them. Oh god, a crit. Oh god, I can't see who's winning. The resolution's so bad, I can't tell who's winning. I can't tell. I don't throw hands with the fellows who came up through the sledge. No interference, Sampy. This is a duel of honor. Of friendship. Oh lord. Oh, please tell your name is a Shira reference. Oh yes, yes. Little Adora comes from a different world. Oh god. Was I stabbed? Well, there you go. I have been dueled into friendship. We are now friends. We need to normalize friendship through sword fights, and I think I'm tired of people pretending like that's not a thing. We need to normalize this. I throw you a rapier in my most foppish of garb, and I say fight me, and then if we win, we're friends. That's just how it is, you know. I must be wearing my tightest David Bowie pants and the floppiest of shirts. With a ruff. Oh, with the sword, you shock me. Oh god, there's more fights. Gambling, illegal street fights. I mean, truly this chat has just reached a certain caliber, and you act surprised. But I do promise you all, once I've got the money together, I'm gonna go to a lovely artist. I'm gonna make you all mice, and then you can all pick, like, swords and, like, outfits and stuff. That's the, like, the big goal for me. Because then you can all dress up as, like, little mice and have fights. It'll be adorable. And then later on, as I make more money, we can add hedgehogs, rabbits, stuff like that. I'm basically gonna go full red wall. And eventually I'll go full, like, nice neck ruff. I just want to go medieval. Oh god, blood has been spilled. And friendships have been secured. But I like my slime. And well fought. Friendships, swords. LGBT is secured in the chat today. So what can my humble chat offer? Gambling, fishing. Yeah, friends now. Yeah, exactly. Sword of friendship. Hard parry of agreeability. Backhand slash of are you available for weekends? That is a statement. I really need to get my sword from my dad. That's a statement. You have a sword. Why does everyone have so many blades? How am I living in it? Why? Mwah. Hello, Sappy. I need to put my sword on my throne without question. I have. Yeah. See, this is a very armed chat, as the founding fathers intended. Steel, steel, faith, and powder. I have daggers and a bow. Solid. That is amazing. I am very jealous. Oh wait, I tell a lie. I do have a weapon. I have a medieval sling. Does that count? With a pebble, you know, with a mean pebble with the word "ouch" written on it in Sharpie pen. Like, yeah, I can throw a mean rock. I do have a sling, and it like extends to like a good 6 foot if I want to do some real long range stuff. Oh, I love slings. I'd love an actual area to practice in is the problem. Because I'd love to get some practice in with it. We need more medieval batting cages where you can take longbows and things like that. Do you have a throne? I would like one eventually, especially in my little PNG form. But at the moment, what I have is uncomfortable gamer chairs that will not let me sit in a queer fashion, as I've complained for 2 streams. It's hostile, chat. It's hostile architecture. Slingers don't cost gold in Age of Empires to make them good units. No, it's a website. Oh, a throne. Oh, you mean like the buy stuff? Oh, no. People to send you gift. Oh, what? I mean, God, I'm already humble enough that everyone sends me like money as it is. I could give it a go, but I gotta admit, I'll be beyond embarrassed every time someone ever clicks on it. Like, gets me a thing. A referral code. If you want one, okay, I'll give it a go. Maybe people can like donate to like bits of equipment and stuff. That would basically all it would be. Can you send me a private PM? Is that how it works? I set him up full of straps. Welcome to the belt stream where I know where nothing but belts. I got my new PC funded on what? Oh, that's awesome. That's exactly it. That's how it should be. It's like it's a pool. Like what cause do you want to donate to? All right. Sling me, can you do PMs here? How can you talk about being embarrassed when you bought me underpants? Look, I did not buy you underwear. I bought you the pleasure of sitting on the Prince of All Saiyans face. That's different. It's different. Just sent it. All right, let's have a look. I don't understand this technology. Oh, there it is. Oh. That's handy. I like it. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'll get into that, I think. But worth adding just in case. It's just one of those things. I'm just setting up everything and see what catches. The current funding I want to do, I'm kind of torn. Because at the moment, it's just setting up the desk, things like that. Eventually, the hope is to get the next model. I'm not sure if I'm going to get my model just yet. I'll definitely get you a present. Oh, you don't have to. You deserve it. Stop being too kind. I'm some rando on the internet. You're being far too kind to me. See, I don't have the emotional response for this chat. I love you all, but God, I don't know how to react. This, unfortunately, is some very deep British programming. It's hard to unlearn. It's genuinely hard to unlearn. Hey! Hey! The classic. I'm trying to think what there was recently. So yeah, alright. So I'm going through, as I mentioned before. Alright. Allow me to give you an example of what's been going on. So my butt's trying to get back into education. Because I'm good at education. Oh God, thank you so much for the bits. You triggered another hype train. Oh God. Not again. I don't have the emotional response for this. Thank you so much for freeing the beast. Well, it's on. So I mean, it means changing the music. Give me a sec. Thus far, it's not got me copyright striked, but there's always tomorrow. Thomas! Thomas! I need you, Thomas! Thomas the Tank Engine, and it shows me Monopoly. What? There you go. There you go, chat. Trains. But yeah, so to give you some idea what's been going on, chat. Minding my own business, trying to get back into education. I now currently have to go down to another part of the country to get my fingerprints taken because the local police people don't do it anymore. I then have to go down to London. So by the way, that's like 100 quid. And then I have to go down to London to go to the Japanese embassy to hand over my fingerprints for a criminality check. Then, after 2 to 3 months, I'll be allowed to work in education. Until then, I have had the charming conversation with people, and they're like, oh man, you know, I can offer you like minimum wage. And then when I mention oh God, the bits, why do you do this to me? I'm not prepared for this. We're not even started the game yet. What is this podcast format? I do think you are close to me if that's how much it is to get to London. No game. Just hype train. I basically have to get down to London. And then I have to go to the Japanese consulate by appointment. And then after 2 to 3 months, I'm allowed to work in education. So what I've had today is a charming conversation. But like, oh, you know, I got all this experience. Oh, you're really flexible. I can offer you minimum wage. And I'm like, oh, thank you. And then I got a bit of side eye because they're like, oh, how old are you? And, you know, they're expecting like, oh, yeah, minimum wage. He's probably a student. I'm like 32. And I throw hands. And they're like, what? And then they yell at the bar staff. It's like, does he look 32? And I'm like, I feel 32. I grab her by the lapels, pull her. I feel 32. Oh, God. 25. Dan, Zappy. No. Not like this. Very bloody robbies and could be. If you're gonna rob anything, oh god, all the things gonna trigger now. No, it's gonna trigger all the sound effects. Oh god, is it gonna trigger? Just show him your hairline. It is starting to go back. Wait, it's not triggering? Wait, what? 25 subs and I get one. Chuck. I'm surprised you didn't. It's not like I have that many viewers. Like. Oh god, the chat's filling up. Wait, it's not playing the. Did you break it, Sampy? I think you actually broke it. Streamlabs, speak to me. Speak to me, Streamlabs. Oh god. Oh god, they're cute. Oh god. All right, this is the next 10 minutes, everyone. Oh god, it's. The silence is eerie. Oh god. This is basically me standing in England. Like I get off the train, I look around, it's all damp, soggy. Every single food requires like 10, and it's just me screaming this to the heavens. Let's get some natural light today. I'm actually gonna reward myself with the touch of actual sunshine. Oh, there we go. I'm also just doing it because I don't know how to respond to just dumping 25 subs on me. What are you meant to do with that? Do I even play games? I love you all. You spoil me something wrong. You really do. But it's never necessary. Never feel pressured or anything like that. The love is always appreciated, but just being here and chatting is also really good. Oh, God. Why is it always Wizdom Wednesdays as well? I don't think I've ever gotten this on the weekend. Oh, God. This week I'm announcing my thrones and my OnlyFans account. It's time to move away from full-time employment. So, Timmy, what happened to that nice English teacher? Oh, he's got an OnlyFans now. He was like, I'm sick of the system, and now he like does weird stuff online. I'm gonna be weird with you, chat. I joke, but if I had the figure for it, hell yeah. There is no shame in that. That is just living your life, damn it. There's a lot of yeah, I don't know when that happened. I think that might be the gifted subs. That might be the lovely gifted subs. Oh God. Thank you, hot beverages. Make them fight. Make them fight. I'm the only rat in a world of slime. That's a book right there. Oh God, it's Bedlam. It's Bedlam. We're nearly 30 minutes in and I'm not even playing a video game. Truly, every day we get closer to famously single Fortnite gaming the stream. Where it's just a podcast. Lamenting the fall of an enterprise that never existed. For those who don't, oh God, it's still going. For those who don't know the channel lore, it started off as a joke between me and Hot Beverages and a bunch of other chatters. The idea of we just start referencing like a podcast and we keep referencing the allegations or something like that and just imply that it's all been taken off online due to like a copyright strike over the name. I mean, and you basically just, and then you start posting clips from podcasts that don't exist. Just making absolutely wild takes. So it'll just be stuff like, so the big thing about that would, the big thing there would basically just be talking about anime arcs and movies and just getting everything wrong quite deliberately. So you talk about like, oh man, it's really weird the new arc of like, you know, Hero Academia where they just start using guns. This is absolutely... Hottest isekai manga. Oh, kid's still going. Yes, Frogmid. Yeah, exactly. There's an entire genre of like fake podcasts. I was literally talking about HO. Yeah, exactly. See, it's you just make up hot takes. Like just like if I'd been smart enough, I would have gotten on the Dune trend, and I would have started like talking about Dune and just completely wrong statements. Like it was really weird in the second act when they start bringing the mechs in, but it's really sort of metaphorical and really sort of like brings in themes of colonialism. Like, because here's the thing, chat. I have an English degree. I know how to talk absolute rubbish. I know. I do drama and I did English. I know how to talk out of my ass like a sock puppet. The space waves arrived on time, yeah. Hey, hear me out. If it turned out that was Interstellar and aliens, hell yeah. We need to normalize the old sci-fi thing from Might and Magic where like it turns out to be aliens. Like hell yeah. Hell yeah. I love that arc where it's like, what's the evil arc that could solve all problems? Oh, it's a 3D printer. That's all it was. In one of the games, literally the reason you win is you seize a 3D printer and print guns. It's the most like, and everyone's like, oh, it's the devils, and it's like, nah, that's a 3D printer. That's not Satan. that's a ship. Someone crashed a ship. I love when Atticus started shooting key blasters. Yeah, exactly. Now, has it stopped? I say, hands splayed. I'm not hearing the noise anymore, I think. You ever been deafened by silence, chat? After hearing... The hellholes are done. Yay! Oh god, what new cursed emote we have. Let's have a look, chat. What's the new emote? Lord got all the ring. Oh my god, the bits and subs. You all... Ah! Why are you doing this to me? I don't know how to react. Bees! Oh, we got a lot of bees. And pride. We got pride pog. We got pride cute. Why is pride just the bee? I never knew bees were such LGBT symbols. Pride bee. Okay, that is kind of adorable. Who at Twitch was like, we must have pride bee. Oh, I've got some LGBT emotes now. I'm actually very happy about that. Bees are almost as gay as frogs. True. It's one of my symbols. Oh, they're colored after the flags. Is that bye bee? Bye bee. Pride float. Hey, we got some LGBT. I like that. It's cute. It's overdue. It's overdue for sure. This is a very queer space. Oh god. Oh, Thomas, your time is done. Stop it. Stop it. But chat, I'm loving the support. I'm loving the love more than anything. But I think it's time. It's time to punish you all for your love. You came here and gave me this love, and now I'm going to punish you for it. You're going to see things. I'm sorry. Did this game just start mid-game? What? Umbreon. Oh, Umbreon is such a symbol, yeah. Oh god, oh god. Oh god, music! Oh, Jesus! Jesus! Oh! Oh, why is it getting louder? Stop! Stop! Oh, this bodes well. Oh, this bodes real well. Oh, this bodes well. Why is the music so loud? It's drowning out everything else. Alright, back to main menu. New game. Alright. Ah! Adobe, please. Adobe. Umbreon. Yeah, I mean, oh god, that's a lot of Umbreon love. I'm seeing a lot of Umbreon love. I know someone who would absolutely adore you. I must bother them about that. Oh god. Oh god. Now, I hope you're all ready, chat. For something, I brought you something special. For those who already know what to expect, you know what to expect. Now, I'm not gonna overhype it. We're just gonna experience it together. Welcome to Wizdom Wednesdays. This is basically England, by the way. You leave any town or city. This is basically England. We get a treat. I mean, you could call my suffering. Is my suffering a treat? The mystery of the Druids. Just the guy shrugging his shoulders. Druids? What are Druids? Oh god, how's that audio mixing your end? Jesus, this one's really pushing it. Welcome to basically Stonehenge most of the year. Oh. God. And you're probably wondering, what's going on here? You won't find out to the end of the game. You won't find out. Yes, at least it's as advertised, unlike The Accountant. God, what is this audio mixing? Oh god. Spirit bomb? Are we spirit bombing the babies? That, by the way, was a immensely key plot. Me in the middle of summer, basically.
You're a blockhead, Lowry. How could you let such a thing happen? The man was innocent. What do you think the press are going to say about all this? Now get out of here. Get the hell out of my sight.
Oh, it's just that era. It's that era.
If you have any more trouble with you, you'll be dishing out parking tickets before long.
Oh.
That's a promise, Lowry.
Oh, really? You're gonna wear yellow with that lilac? Oh. Oh, ugh. Hey, boss.
Oh, and here's my good friend Halligan. Another one of the invaluable detectives of our glorious murder squad. Don't just stand there gaping. Come in.
Is your hair not loaded? Or was it meant to be? Look at this Gollum looking ass.
I'm glad you could make it. After all, you're a busy man, aren't you? Now look here, Detective Halligan. I've got used to being surrounded by a bunch of incompetent, half-baked blockheads.
But Overwatch ways. Enjoy some games, Dandelion. Thank you so much for the visit and love. I really hope to nip into your chat and catch you streaming sometime. I really do, so I can repay some of this love.
Halligan, we've got a bit of a problem.
Take care, Dandelion. Mwah.
Man locked up in jail. Regrettably, he was killed in prison.
before
What?
we correct our mistake.
What?
Unfortunate affair. And now we've got this lunatic killer running around all over London. We have to make sure that at least this oversight is put right.
Nah, I don't think we really come back from that.
Clear-up rates so far ought to be sufficient evidence that there's no point in asking you to clear up anything more than a common bicycle theft. But this does happen to be the murder squad. I am the chief of this department. All I have for choice.
I just run out of the room crying. He's been too mean. Yeah, my face.
Okay, Chief. What do you want me to do?
Oh! Alright, let's... What if I turn up the game a bit? There we go. I've turned it up a bit. What mad assassin are you referring to?
What mad assassin are you referring to?
Halligan, it's well known that you'd rather read those crazy books of yours during office hours than taking any real interest in the affairs of this department. But it would now appear that you've even stopped reading the newspapers as well. For months now, a
How's
killer's
that?
been running around in London, taking victims apart and leaving nothing but bones for us to find. You can read about it in any newspaper.
Damn. That was over it. Whoa, what? I heard of that, yes, but I thought the killer had been arrested. Yeah, isn't that the one he did? Larry, Halligan, isn't that the one he told? I don't pay much attention to what the papers
I don't
say.
pay too much attention to what the papers say.
You aren't? You should be, Halligan. Really, you should. Then you'd know that your colleague, Lowry, arrested a butcher for the killings. He was murdered in prison 3 weeks ago.
Ugh. A butcher? How fitting. And why did he do... Halligan, are you listening? I don't think Halligan's listening. A butcher, how fitting. And why did he do it? This bodes well. I don't think Halligan listens.
Yes, Lowry told me about it. He thinks he's due for a promotion for his achievements.
Lowry should be grateful he hasn't been demoted to a traffic warden. I've taken him off the case. You can take the file with you, then you'll see what brilliant results he obtained with Stryker's help. Those two have made our entire department an ideal target for those muckrakers from the Sun. I can already see the headlines in front of me. Skeleton murderer strikes again. Jailed butcher, innocent. Scotland Yard groping in the dark.
Groping in the dark. The name of my, like... I want to say that's going to be either above my obituary or it's just going to be the name of my personal diary that's released after my death. Groping in the dark. With Puddin. I was like, yeah, did they actually just... Wait, it's like, yeah, did they actually call out the Sun? Oh, no. It was... Wait, the wasn't capitalized. Did they get away with it? Did they get away with it?
There's been another murder.
Exactly, Halligan. A pile of bones has been found in Epping Forest. Supposedly a male corpse. We don't know any more than that. I presume we both agree that it can't have been Lowry's man, eh?
Oh, of course.
You see, I've just managed to get that into Lowry's head as well. You heard it? Lowry's off the case. Halligan, you drive out to Epping Forest and take a look at the evidence.
Of course, sir.
And Halligan, no sloppiness now. I want results. Sensible results. The press has already been terrorizing me this morning. The killer must be found. Do I make myself clear?
Of course, Chief.
Of course.
This is the file with necessary information, and now you better get going quickly.
Oh god. Am I actually in control now? What that? Just... Oh no.
Where did Lowry go wrong?
Your dear colleague Lowry dealt with the skeleton murders last year. You should know that, Halligan. Lowry worked on the case for several months. And finally managed to pull a culprit out of the hat.
Okay.
A butcher from South London. A married man with kids. They gave him a life sentence. He was in jail till 3 weeks ago.
Pulled out of the house? What do you mean until a week ago? Halligan, are you not listening? He said he's dead. Dang tight, go, what a Halligan, you are unhinged.
Pulled out of the hat, you say? So the butcher didn't do it after all?
Oh, you're a genius, Halligan. He didn't do it. We found that out today.
Yeah, he didn't do it. How could we convicted him?
He didn't do it. How could he be convicted then?
Detective Lowry imaginatively constructed an impressive chain of evidence, and the court followed his arguments in detail. The public wanted somebody to blame, and they found somebody. That's life.
What? So we guessed? We guessed. What is this, Jack the Ripper? Wait, what? How do we know he didn't commit the murders? Yeah, what's the evidence?
Things happen. But how do you know that the man Lowry arrested didn't commit the murders?
Very simple. Dead people don't go around committing more murders.
There's been another.
There's been another murder.
Exactly, Halligan. A pile of bones has been found in Epping Forest.
Okay.
Supposedly a male corpse. We don't know any more than that. I presume we both agree that it can't have been Lowry's man, eh?
Oh, of course.
You see, I've just managed to get that into Lowry's head as well. You heard it? Lowry's off the case. Halligan, you drive out to Epping Forest and take a look at the evidence.
Of course, sir.
And Halligan, no sloppiness now. I want results. Sensible results. The press has already been terrorizing me this morning. The killer must be found. Do I make myself clear?
Of course, Chief.
Oh, God. It sounds like he's voiced by me. Like, what? What? Alright. What mad assassin are you referring to?
What person are you referring to?
Halligan, it's well known.
So about to go. I hope you have a good stream. No, thank you so much for popping by. Thank you. Spoiled me rotten as usual. Never expected of you. Always appreciated.
For months now, a killer's been running around in London, taking victims apart and leaving nothing but bones for us to find. You can read about it in any newspaper.
What, the killer had been arrested? The Silent Inn.
You mean the business out at the Silent Inn? That was over a year ago.
There were 2 more murders later, Halligan. 3, actually.
Oh, gee. Were there 2 murders or 3?
Oh yes, there was the case by the Thames, and the business with the bones found in the north of the city.
Exactly. Lowry's suspect was seen at 2 of the 3 crime scenes. That wouldn't usually be sufficient for a summons to the police station. But Lowry and Stryker twisted the thing so badly that the poor man actually lost in court. Now he's dead. He was stabbed in prison.
Oh, Jesus.
Then the case seems to be closed, doesn't it?
You see, that's exactly what I wouldn't say. I got a phone call this morning. Guess what's happened?
There's been another murder.
Exactly.
Okay, so they've actually done enough dialogue so you can literally approach this from like 5 different directions.
A male corpse. We don't know any more than that. I presume we both agree that it can't have been Lowry's man, eh?
Oh, of course.
You see, I've just managed.
Halligan doesn't sound all there.
Well, you heard it. Lowry's off the case. Halligan, you drive out to Epping Forest and take a look at the evidence.
Of course, sir.
And Halligan, no sloppiness now. I want results. Sensible results. The press has already been terrorizing me this morning.
Okay.
The killer must be found. Do I make myself clear?
Of course, Chief.
Okay. Have we got all the information we need? Can I steal anything? Can I take your things? Because here's the thing, chat. I need you to all know something. Speak with the chief, all topics. He will give you the green files of the case. I don't think he's given me the files. Where's the files on the case? The voice actor of Halligan only did this in one of the game 11 years later. Alright, let's try leaving, I guess. Oh no, there it is.
My case file. My case file. That won't get me any further.
Well, read it then. Halligan, please, I beg you.
I don't believe it will work like that.
Halligan, please. Please, I beg of you.
Think my case file. My case file. My case file. My case file.
My case file. Alright, let me leave. Oh. Oh, that control though.
I'd better not. These files are secret.
Can I be obnoxious and get some water?
I'm not thirsty. I don't need a map. I know my way around London. Anyway, it belongs to the chief.
The voice acting it did in one other game. The game I actually happen to have. What?
I don't know this one. Some gangster or other. A confiscated murder weapon. A confiscated murder weapon. A confiscated murder
I'm sorry. That's a flintlock. That's a flintlock. Oh, developers. I bet it's developers, isn't it?
I don't know this one. Some gangster or other.
The Dark Eye Chains of Saturn. Oh, hell yeah. That's a name. All right. Oh. Why do they make it so big and empty? Oh, the noise. Eh? Place. Halligan. Halligan. Don't just Do I get to keep it? What? Search the bin?
A rubbish bin.
Hello? I have come to harass the science department. Give me things to steal. Oh.
Far too hot to touch. Far too hot to touch. Far too hot to touch.
Far too hot to touch. Far too hot to touch. Can I steal stuff? What's that? What's this? Ah. Ethanol, hell yeah.
Dangerous to carry the bottle around with me. I don't even know what kind of stuff that is.
I mean,
Too dangerous to carry the bottle around with me. I don't even know what kind of stuff that is.
I just don't know what's inside it, chat. I just don't know. I hold the label. So does the ethanol. This is raw ass ethanol here. Scotland Yard.
There's nothing I can.
Alright, let's go harass you. Who are you? Can I steal stuff from you?
Hello, Chris.
Hi, Halligan.
Have you heard about the skeleton murders?
Have you heard of the new skeleton murder?
Not only heard, I've already been out to where the body was found, together with the forensic squad.
And? What did you find out?
Not a lot. The killer did a neat job. No traces, no witnesses. This madman doesn't seem to be so stupid at all.
I mean, I feel this is when you give me like a report, right?
Did you examine the other cases as well, Chris?
Of course.
Well, did you examine the other bodies? Yes. Carries on writing. Are you Tell me! I'm a detective! Give me the details!
People died of.
It was no natural death, if that's what you mean, Halligan.
Well, there was the bodies that have been stripped of flesh. One of the worst things you can say, if you really want to just hurt someone emotionally, when they ask you a question, just say, yes. Don't expect. It's the most unhinged. Give me details.
I'll just drive out there and have a look at it.
Just you do that, Brent.
Brent? My name is Brent Halligan.
Okay, Chris. See you later on. Hello, Chris.
Hi, Halligan.
This can't be.
Well, how are your amoebas doing?
Very funny, Halligan. I've already got 5 DNA analysis on the Christmas list. Of course, everything is very urgent, as always. No idea how I'm supposed to make it. Well, what do you want?
Have you got a minute? I need the support of an expert for some checks.
Halligan, I've really got to work. Can't you wait until tomorrow?
Much time? I'll come out later as well. Would you drive to Eaton Forest and do my job for me? No, it has to be now.
No, it has to be now.
Right now? Of course. Everything always needs to be right now. Okay, then. Give me the examination material. I'll see if I can arrange it for today.
To be honest, I have no material.
To be honest, I have no examination material yet.
You're joking, Halligan. You've no examination material? You just wanted to ask me just in case. Come back as soon as you've got something tangible for me, Halligan. And until then, you know.
Bye, Chris.
Okay, Chris. See you later on.
Oh, this is... I mean, I knew this was bad. But it's like... I don't know, like a fire?
These things are called Erlenmeyer flasks.
Why do you know that?
A flask. A flask.
Take it. I can't take it. Can I take anything else?
If I pull that hose off, the whole of Scotland Yard will blow up. Actually, that's not a bad idea.
Halligan! Halligan! Oh, I knew this game was something different, but...
A flask.
I'm still... End it all, Halligan. End it all! Alright.
Chris's pinboard. Somebody's written here. Hecker, you sleepyhead. When do I get my damn DNA analyses? That must be from Chief Miller. You can recognize his intonation even on the paper.
Let me escape, please. Ah, I'm wearing the Garrett heels, I noticed. What's down here? What that? Oh, it's my office! I don't know why that made me laugh. It's just the white wall and the actual picture of the royal family. Yes, rip a moment silent. It's a ruse. Oh, pizza boxes.
Al's pit. Unfortunately, there's no pizza in there anymore.
Halligan, say that again. Slowly.
Al's Pizza Palace makes the best pizza in the whole of London.
Say that again.
Al's Pizza Palace makes the best pizza in the whole of London.
Pizza. Have yourself a slice of pizza. Halligan, you're a special lad, aren't you?
Smoking will be the death of me.
If we are so lucky, Halligan.
This is my collection of case files. This is my collection of case files. I won't find anything I could make use of now in there.
What that?
I've already taken one this morning.
What's that? Aspirin?
My brown sock? How did that get in here?
I'm not questioning that.
My good old leather gloves.
I guess we're taking out like leather gloves. Dying to quiet. Oh God.
I can find my way without a map. I know my way around well enough.
Ugh.
My writing desk. I am definitely the only one who can make head or tail of it.
In all fairness, I do like the setup. I do like a setup. I do like a desk facing a door. You should never have your back. It's the feng shui, chat. You never have your back to the door. It's bad. It's bad chi. It's bad.
This is my collection of... Maybe I should tidy up that cupboard again.
Anything else to click on?
Smoking will be the death of me. This is my collection of case files. My spare coat.
Grab a spare coat.
That one is wet. Anyway, I'm already wearing a coat.
Okay. That one is wet. It's not raining. It's just wet. Crop circles. John Sinclair, you can stop smoking.
This book claims that I can stop smoking. John Sinclair, Ghost Hunter. My favorite book. Non-smoker within 21 days. Corn circles. That was really interesting.
So, corn circles, okay.
The serious riddle. This book claims my cooking book for single.
Ah! Coltrane, baby. Welcome. Welcome. I was not expecting. What is with this today? I am being abused with love. Oh god. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome. I am disgruntled Puddin. I won't. Thank you, Haley Witch. Now this is always a weird one. Do you want to chat a little bit? And because thank you so much for the raid and whatnot, or is this one of those you just want to relax and I should just do my thing? I'll introduce myself at least. Hello, I'm disgruntled Puddin. I'm an angry little Sphinx cat. Welcome to Wizdom Wednesdays, where we play through various cursed and just weird point and click games. It's because of you. It's because of you. I should have known they were connected. But yes, I play a lot of sort of weird retro games. A lot of weekends are mostly just weird and wonderful. We're going to start playing on Tuesday a bit more. Wednesdays is always point and click, some kind of cursed, assorted things going on. Fridays we play usually through some old retro games I never got a chance to finish. And basically, I've just returned from spending the last year and a half in Japan teaching English, and now I'm in a little grouty little corner, playing on a scuffed setup and loving it. So, welcome. If you're interested in anything I do, stick around, see what it's like. At the moment, I made a promise, a dark, terrible promise, and this lack of music right now is really feeling. Oh god, thank you so much for the follow. It's really appreciated. Update us with everything, Puddin. Also hope you're doing all right. I'm doing okay. Things got a little. I'll explain to you and Speculator a bit more personally as things got messy. There was some emergency family drama. It was bad. It got bad. Tell me more of these dark, terrible promises. Well, the dark and terrible promises I make was to play Mystery of the Druids, which, if you know this game, is a very, you know how loaded that promise is. And if you don't, oh, you're in for a treat.
All about darts. A top title. There was a really good DIY description to build dartboards in it. I didn't like that book very much. I wanted to give it to Stryker, but he doesn't read.
To give you some idea of the caliber, I want you all to have a little listen for me. Just lean into your microphone, listen to your headphones, or turn up your speakers, and listen to this.
Al's Pizza Palace makes the best pizza in the whole of London. Al's Pizza Palace makes the best pizza in the whole of London. Al's Pizza Palace makes the best pizza in the whole of London.
And then, I think it's time you all saw something else. Behold, one of the most powerful men in video gaming history. And you're probably thinking, what are you talking about? Look at the chair. Look at him. Welcome, Mystery of the Druids, and its various nefarious legacies. And this is not even the start. I'm really trying not to big this up, but I've studied this game far too much. Well, let's have a word with our friend, shall we? Halligan? Oh! I can only assume this is fully intentional, and this is raw intimidation. This is the most intimidating thing. Imagine if you went to see your boss or job interview and they're just doing this. I don't think you... Also, the lack of background noise and music is killing me. Can I steal your stuff?
Halligan?
This is such a power move. I've lost the ability to speak. Because I tried to pick up the pen, I've lost the ability to speak with him. What? Oh, there we go.
Yes?
Might I ask you what you think you're doing?
Pilfering. I don't know what you mean, Steve. Oh, I wanted to borrow your scissors.
I just wanted to borrow your scissors. Just for 5 minutes.
Forget it.
For heaven's sake, it's only a pair of scissors.
Only a pair of scissors? Well, if it's only a pair of scissors, I'm sure you won't have much difficulty in getting a pair from somewhere else. Am I right?
Damn, there's some hostility right now. But
All right then, keep them.
fine. All right.
Hello, Lowry.
Oh, no, not you, Halligan. You're all I need at the moment.
My God, you probably could like crack diamonds on those abs. I stare at him, drooling. So, that's a nice suit you're wearing.
That's a nice suit you're wearing.
Don't humour me, Halligan.
I mean, the shirt color's kind of gross.
Suits. A blind man would know from 100 yards away that you bought your stuff at Woolworths.
Whoa!
What do you want?
What a very specific put down. I think half the world will not know. Have you seen my wallet?
Just a quick question, Lowry. Have you seen my wallet?
Your wallet? You've got a nerve. I haven't really had a very pleasant day so far.
I didn't know it was missing.
Noticed. Why would I worry about your bloody wallet?
Could you just give me a sensible... What? What?
Lowry, could you just give me a sensible answer? I'm looking for my wallet.
So what? Do you think I've got it? Why don't you just go and clear up your oh-so-tidy office? Maybe you'll find some of those things you allegedly just wanted to borrow for a while.
Enjoy your spare time. I need some information.
Let's not argue, Lowry. I need some
Let's
information
not...
from you about
What are we, dating? Let's not argue.
File, Halligan. I suppose you can read. And now scram.
Is this casting super? It does look like him.
Lowry, I've read your file. There's just nonsense in it.
Do you know what I think, Halligan? I think I don't need to tolerate a detective in a £20 suit walking past my door criticising the quality of my work.
See, that wouldn't hurt so much if he weren't, like, literally levitating as he says it. That somehow makes that feel worse.
If my suit was more expensive, would that make your file any better?
Very witty, detective. Yes, really, very witty. Tell me, haven't you got anything better to do than crack jokes?
I mean, I'd like to ask about what color of that shirt is. I mean, if you're going to go for lilacs and purple, why did you go for a brown shirt? That bothers me. Anything would have been better.
Thank you for being so very friendly, Lowry. Enjoy your spare time.
Just clear off, Halligan.
I feel like we hate each other, but I also feel like these are the kind of guys that get, like, are probably dating. Like, they argue at work, but then it's like meeting up at the bar later.
What is it this time, Halligan?
I'd like to know how you managed to get a date with Janet. Where can I find Stryker? And Larry, about our conversation, but what can I apologize?
I know that you'll say no, but I have to ask for your help.
You do actually need help, Halligan. But not from me. Try a social worker. Well?
Would you like to...
Do you know how to operate the copying machine?
Yes, I do.
Man, everyone in this office is doing this. Do you know how to do this? Yes. Like, there's some malicious gaslighting going on in this office.
And will you tell me?
Just guess.
Yes.
Yes?
Nearly right. No would have been the correct answer, but you nearly got it, old boy.
Okay. I'll talk to you later, Lowry.
Larry.
What is it this time, Halligan?
Where's Stryker, my other boyfriend?
Where can I find Detective Stryker?
Stryker? On holiday. Why?
Because I love him, Larry.
Maybe he could tell me more about the skeleton murders.
Halligan, I coordinated the case. Stryker was my right hand. You won't get anything new out of him.
But you're not telling me either, you psycho.
Okay. I'll talk to you later, Lowry.
What is it this time, Halligan?
All right, let's try the Stryker thing again.
Where can I find Detective Stryker?
Stryker? On holiday. Why?
I heard he was suspended.
Well, not exactly suspended. Actually, the chief did advise him to take his annual holiday.
What?
Why?
I don't know. Ask the chief. Anyway, Stryker's on holiday, and that's that.
No, I need my support. I need my Watson.
As a reward for his outstanding achievements in the skeleton murders, I suppose.
Listen, Halligan, your jokes are starting to get on my nerves. I suggest you leave now.
Okay. I'll talk to you later, Lowry.
How can I steal more of your stuff?
This is Lowry's world. Cars, cars, cars. This is Lowry's books. He's got books? They're probably just for show. Meant to impress the lady.
Unless I got some background noise like I wanted. I guess.
Books. Books. He's got books? They're probably just...
What is it this time, Halligan?
I'd really like to know how a braggart like
Braggart?
had a date with Janet.
Well, you know what, Halligan? Women do like a winner, don't they? Little Janet is no exception. We went to the palace yesterday.
What was showing?
The new Schwarzenegger film.
You know how to handle women, don't you?
Of course. Janet said she found it disgusting, but I know for a fact that she was very keen on it. Women are like that. You understand?
Oh, okay, we're getting into that territory. Alright. Well, I would have thought Janet would have more sense.
Well, I would have thought that Janet had more sense.
Oh, actually, I think she's got very good sense. That's why she always refuses to let you take her out somewhere. She prefers to go with a man who doesn't dress in rags dragged out of rubbish bins or eat the same pizza every day.
Did she say that?
Pizza.
The facts speak for themselves, Halligan. You eat pizza in your office, and I go to the cinema with Janet. That's the way things work. Oh, I'm sorry, old boy.
Old boy. God.
What amazes me is why a woman like her should find your boring stories about cars, sports, and action.
What is this? What is this dialogue?
Halligan, I'm sure you didn't come to tell me that. What do you really want?
I need your help. Do you know how to operate the coffee machine? Do you have any money, sir? I rattle my cup. Do you have any money?
Could you lend me some change?
You haven't found your wallet, have you? Well, sorry, Halligan, but this is Scotland Yard, not the Bank of England.
Oh, I can be such a...
The Bank of England is the central clearing bank, Lowry. You can't draw any money there.
Indeed. Just try it somewhere else, then. You won't get a penny from me.
Oh.
Okay. I'll talk to you later, Lowry.
Must we? Just let me out. Let me out. What's this? I can go to Epping Forest? I'm clicking everything, chat. Come back! Come back! Come back! Why is it going? Come back! Oh!
The skull of the corpse.
Oh, there's a lot of cuts on it.
Strange. There's hardly any flesh on the bone. Unbelievable.
Oh.
There's hardly any flesh on the bone. Unbelievable.
I'm a thirsty. Yes, welcome.
There's hardly
I am small channel.
Unbelievable. The grass next to the bones is black.
Black? Like it burned? Smurf! We have a legacy of Smurfs in this chat.
Strange. This bone is quite long. Seems it's from the victim's leg.
What?
There's hardly any flesh on the bone. The skull of the corpse.
Can I use my
Won't
gloves?
feel different with gloves either. That won't feel different with gloves either.
Yes, I have the color. Kiki La Ratulia, you don't understand. I've played all the Dracula games. You don't understand what Wizdom Wednesdays is about, and it is dragging myself through these games. I love microids. You don't understand what I've done to get here. You understand, Kiki? You don't understand. Wait, is this that? Wait. Kiki-ko? Have you changed your name? Wait, is that Kiki-ko? Or is this like a different Kiki? I know too many Kikis.
There's hardly any flesh on the bone. Unbelievable.
I'm miffed to hear you say that. Alright, I don't think I have the tools to do anything yet. But yes, welcome. Welcome. I change my nick every week. Oh, Kiki, there you are. You confused me, Kiki. I thought you were a newbie. Kiki, the Kiki of Kiki. But yes, as you can see, I've decided to punish myself by playing this game. Duh.
Good morning, officer.
Good morning, Detective. I hope you've had a good breakfast. The sight over there is not very appetizing.
Oh, well, you know, I've got used to it. When were the bones discovered?
I made at least 7 times you said hi and welcome to the channel to me. But it's a... I think it's because you keep changing your name. When it's Kiki, I just know it's you and I'm like, hello. Because I know you as Kiki-ko. I mean, God, yeah, you were there for the early Dracula games. That was... My God, that might have been before... That was before Affiliate. That was before Affiliate, Kiki, as well.
"5:30 a.m. He was out and about quite early this morning.
Indeed, sir. And half an hour later, the press arrived.
How did the press find out about this so early, officer? Did you call them by any chance?
No idea, sir. These vultures seem to have a sixth sense for crime.
Oh, he totally called them.
That or somebody from your police station tipped them off.
Were there any onlookers?
Yes, a couple, but I sent them away. The real run will start after people finish work, when they've got the time. We've seen it before.
Well, hold the fort, officer.
Yes, sir. I'll have to do that.
Okay, officer, that was it. Thank you.
Anytime, sir.
Well, in true to form then, welcome back to the channel yet again. Alright, let's try again.
Officer?
What is it, sir?
I got the impression I've lost my wallet. No, I will not add the random officer.
You just said you know the other cases.
That's right, sir. Well, I read about them in the newspaper.
What do you think the murderer does with the flesh of his victims?
That's too hard to answer, sir. I haven't got a clue what goes on in lunatics' heads when they do things like that. Maybe he freezes them. That's happened before.
I'm sorry, what? He was murdered in
He
prison.
was murdered in prison. What do you think about that?
That's tough luck for him. I would rather have one innocent man too many die than have one assassin run around loose.
What?
Yes, that's a very common opinion.
What?
But it's not the right one for a police officer. Suspects are innocent until proven guilty, officer. Don't you know that?
Yeah, it's been a year, Kiki. It's been... I've...
For my opinion, well, this is it. I beg your pardon.
Okay, officer, thank you. Okay.
Officer, that was it. Thank you.
Anytime, sir.
Officer?
Officer,
What is it, sir?
you just said you know the other cases.
That's right, sir.
Oh, god damn it.
Well,
Don't
I
click.
read about them in
Damn
the
it. You can't skip. You can't skip.
Okay, officer, that was it. Thank you.
Anytime, sir.
And funnily enough, by the way, Kiki, we could have played the mystery of Mystery Island. whatever it's called, Return to Mystery Island, sorry. We could have played Return to Mystery Island, which is made specifically by the game crew that made Dracula 3, which is the one with the blood test. Their legacy lives on, Kiki.
Officer,
What is it, sir?
I just thought you might help me a bit.
With criminal investigations? Sorry, sir. I'm only a patrolman.
Screw that.
Job and you do yours.
Help me.
The best ideas often come from the man in the street.
What do you mean, sir? I must ask you to show a little more respect. And now let me do my work here.
Damn. You're just standing here.
Work. You're just standing here.
As you say, sir.
Damn.
Okay, officer, that was it. Thank you.
Any time, sir.
Let's talk to the press. I cannot talk to the press. I cannot rat out to the press. Look at him sprint! Look at him go! Oh, that's my office. We've been here. Standing here, I realize. Oh, Jesus.
A monitor. The switchboard. We have 4 lines, but Janet's all on her own at the switchboard. We have 4 lines, but Janet's all on her own at the moment. That's what happens during the holidays. Paper clips. I'll take that with me. You never know, I might need it. It's always handy having one of these tucked away. We ran out not so long ago, and there was a big commotion on this floor.
What? I don't know what these are.
That's one thing you can get hold of here without too much trouble. They are needed for the forms. Makes it easier for the chief to sign them.
What? Why am I taking these things? I don't even know what they are. Oh, this really this bodes so well.
That's the Central Crime Prevention Office. It keeps an eye on flashpoints in the centre of London. The files of our department. This is where we keep
Oh, God.
every single unimportant scrap.
Director, welcome. Welcome. That's 3 rate. What on earth is going on?
A monitor.
Raid, welcome. Welcome. We're playing a sin. This game. Oh.
The central terminal.
Right.
Jack is responsible for the police database.
Oh, that's where I got mixed up with Kinky Core. There we go. That's my. I got you mixed up with Kinky Core. That explains it. Oh shit! Alright, welcome. I really missed your streams. Oh, thank you so much. I'm back in the UK now. I'm back to just being a Brit. There are plans for the channel. Terrible dark plans. I literally, because I'm just so used to living in a small, like, grotty little apartment. With a small, tiny little thing. I've now banished myself to like a smaller room with like a really old desk. It's a lot better for me, you know. I'm really living that. I'm living that dream. Oh god, the game's crashing. No, you are a point-and-click game. You don't get to have frame rate crashes.
Hello, Janet.
Hello, Brent.
Oh jeez, she just snapped her neck. Twins. Which one do I shoot? Oh my god. Oh god, it's actually crashing! No! It can't. You can't. You are a point-and-click game. You don't get to crash. Welcome. Welcome. Oh god. What is this? Oh. Why is it locking up? You better have 2 bullets. So no more American English from you. My mods get mad at me if I do, to be honest.
Have you heard? The chief has handed Lowry's case over to me.
Enjoy the jank. Oh yeah, I'm already there.
That I could have missed the conversation between the chief and Lowry.
Oh, the frame rate. Why is the frame rate blocked? Why is the frame? It's a point and click game. Oh, it's bad. Oh god, it's so bad. What's happening? Save, please. Sorry, I just wasn't. Wow. Oh god, chat, retreat. Retreat to the chat menu. Retreat. While I try and fix this. Why is the frame rate broken? I finished it a few weeks ago. I know what you're going through though. Oh god. You will be lightly asked for help now and then, I think. I mostly go for no spoilers or like backseating, but if I ask chat directly, you are welcome to give hints. That's Dem's the rules. Because it's a broken game. Yes. I'm off now, Puds. No, thank you so much for nipping by, Sugar Weapons. You're always welcome. Always. Like I said, I've been spoiled rotten today. I honestly don't know how to deal with it. Jeez. Oh, Jesus. Alright. Oh. The deafening silence. Alright, let's try that again, shall we? No, thank you so much for the follow. Alright. Thank you, Slimes. Alright, we're gonna try again. Okay, we'll see if she breaks her own neck.
Hello, Janet.
Hello, Brent.
Oh. I just realized what this is. This is GoldenEye 64.
Have you got a minute?
Not even a minute, Brent. Do I look as though I've got any time?
You wait for a moment.
Well, Janet, I presume it's your job to have time for a detective.
Oh, Halligan, that sounded bad.
My job is, Brent. Now please be good enough to go away and let me do it.
My mum had to tell me every single night. The British English aren't real, so I could fall asleep. True. Everywhere you don't look is densely packed redcoats underneath your bed. That pie and mash. Oh. The thing is, Kiki, I've spent too long in Japan. I can't actually stomach British food anymore. Like, it actually grosses me out. I can't touch it I can't anymore. Like, I look at a pork pie and I'm like, oh. Like, my stomach, like, no, I can't. What?
What? Give you what?
Brent, you know about the official channels.
What?
I'm not here to give you anything, Janet. I want to get something.
I know that, Brent. You need information. But before I can let you get it, I need the necessary papers.
What?
Got the forms for the access to the database yet?
No.
Here's one.
I'm sorry, what? What?
Get it signed and then we'll get down to business.
I'm not allowed access to the
I need a signature. Whose signature?
Oh my god, Brent. Don't pretend to be more stupid than you are.
Need to get a fund going to send me back to Japan. You're one of the lucky few British that realized you don't even have to have food, don't even have food over there. My tastes have definitely changed. I've been eating too much cheese and bread though, so it's going back. But I am gonna try and keep slim, and if not, get slimmer.
So I won't get anywhere without it then.
Exactly, Brent. Rules are rules.
Good. See you later then.
Take your time, Brent.
Way beyond the terms of sheer lunacy. Okay. I guess I'll talk to my boss then. Boss. Boss. Sign my...
That's a form for stationery procurement. Without that, you don't get anything at Scotland Yard.
Wait, do I trick him?
It won't work like that. That's a form for station. No, a sheet. It would have surprised me if it had worked like that.
Lies! I give him lies! I don't get why he wouldn't sign it.
Carbon paper's still sticking out. The chief is bound to notice that.
What? What do you mean the carbon?
Still half full.
The carbon paper's still sticking. Why do I have to trick him? How do I? What? How do I have to trim the carbon paper? It's what I need the scissors for. Oh my god. You've got to be kidding me. No, that can't be it. No.
The carbon paper's still. Hello, Chief. May I just disturb you briefly?
Halligan, you're a pain in the neck. Are you planning to start doing things just like Lowry did?
Yeah, what can
I need information from the central database. It's about the skeleton murders. But Janet says she needs a signed 223. I've got it with me.
You've got it with you. How nice for you. And do you know something, Halligan? I will not sign it. What do you say to that?
How do you expect? Yeah.
How do you expect me to conduct investigations if you won't allow me to use the database, Chief?
You'll have to get up off your backside and do your own work, Halligan. I feel much more comfortable knowing that you and Lowry can't get up to any more nonsense with the confidential data stored in our database.
Of course, Chief. Thanks a lot.
Don't get stroppy, Halligan.
What am I meant to say to that?
Is it now, Halligan?
Couldn't you think again about the security regulations?
Are you deaf? I said no. Now get out.
Get out.
Excuse me, but I didn't quite understand all the points of the briefing. Could we just go through it again?
My God, Halligan, do we really have to repeat it 3 times?
I'm really sorry, Chief. I was slightly distracted this morning.
Only this morning? Well, all right then. What do you want to know?
What mad assassin are you referring to?
Halligan, it's well known that you'd rather read those crazy books of yours during office hours than taking any real interest in the affairs of...
Am I a detective? What?
You've even stopped reading the newspapers as well. For months now, a killer's been...
Yeah, we've read this before.
Taking victims apart.
This is good for new people, though.
Bones for us to find. You can read about it in any newspaper.
You mean the business out at the Silent Inn? That was over a year ago.
There were 2 more...
Alright, and also, if you click where the text was, before the scene ends, it will click that option when it appears.
Oh yeah, I think I once had a quick glance at Lowry's file.
You see, Halligan? And since this morning, this file contains a new page. Headline: New murder in London, corpse not identified.
There's been another murder.
Exactly, Halligan. A pile of bones has been found in Epping Forest. Supposedly a male corpse. We don't know any more than that. I presume we both agree that it can't have been Lowry's man, eh?
Oh, of course.
You see, I've just managed to get that into Lowry's head as well. You
Okay.
heard it? Lowry's off the case. Halligan, you drive out to Epping Forest and take a look at the evidence.
Of course, sir.
I did, but I can't do anything.
Now, I want results. Sensible results. The press has already been terrorizing me this morning. The killer must be found. Do I make myself clear?
Of course, Chief.
Of course, Chief. Of course. Alright, I'm gonna leave now. And it's time, chat. It's been like an hour. Alright, where's the guide? Where's the guide? Okay. Skip topics. Go to Chris Lab. Alright, go to Chris Lab. Chris Lab? Chris Lab. Chris Lab. With 2 S's. No, that's my office. Chris Lab. Chris Lab. Are you Chris Lab? You're Lowry. You're not Chris. And for those who have not played Mystery of the Druids, just take a moment to enjoy that. The sheer power. Chris Lab. Are you Chris Lab? Nope, that's my office. Chris Lab. Chris Lab. Damn it. No, not Chris Lab. Chris Lab. I'm just running through the halls of Scotland, yeah. Chris Lab. Chris Lab. Are you Chris Lab? Nope. Chris Lab. Alright. Chris Lab. Alright. Start the conversation. Alright. Talk with Chris. Use a magnifying glass on the upper right part of the screen. Shelf with white and yellow. What? What? Pick the fingerprint powder box. Black.
A container with chemicals. A container with chemicals.
What?
Fingerprint powder.
Use magnifying glass on the left shelf. Chemical bottles. You cannot do anything.
I can't do anything with. I can't do anything with this. I can't do anything with this. I can't do anything with this. I can't even pronounce the name on the label right. I can't do anything with this. I can't even pronounce the name on the label right. A container. I can't do anything with this.
Okay, so we have the powder. What? Which one's paprika? Gotta sprinkle a little bit on the crime scene. Just a little bit. Give me that smoky texture. Exit lab. Go to lower part of the screen. I'm sorry, what? Go to lower part of the screen. Go to your office. That is not my office. On the drawers under the bookshelves. The drawers under the bookshelves.
I'll take it with me. Maybe I'll give it back to Miss Browning today. I'm determined to give up smoking. Leave those alone.
No! No! You have to pick individual drawers. Why would that not be in this section? Why would you... Okay. Okay, it's fine. Just have to very delicately pick the shelves. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Leave them. I don't need those anymore. Nope, no darts now. Maybe I'll play later. Against my favorite opponent, Inspector Miller.
Plastic bags. Why am I solving crime with knickknacks?
Is there anything worse than thirst? I'll take it with me.
Okay, so that is apparently key to investigation. Pick green scarf. She'll give you a purple form. Pick from the shelves behind her desk. Go to desk, use the magnifying glass on the shelf there. Pick up the form, we did that. Carbon paper, yeah. Notepad, yeah. Talk with them all topics. You can switch the big white fan, but I don't think this will actually change the game. You can switch on the white fan, but I don't think this will change the game. Ask him about the office extension number. What? What? Yeah, who let Halligan have an office? Apparently, yeah, I'm a detective. I apparently get my own office. I have to ask you about the phone extension?
Lowry's phone.
All right, hover Larry. Never patched, never fixed.
What is it this time, Halligan?
Lowry, about our conversation before.
Oh god, I'm falling
I've
apart.
got some questions for you.
My God, Halligan, you just don't get the message, do you? Well, what is it?
Have you seen my wallet? How do I know about the phone? How do I ask about the phone
I
thing?
need some information from you about the last investigations.
You've got the file, Halligan. I suppose you can read. And now scram.
I'm so... You switch on the big fan, but I think it's changed the thing. Make sure you ask him about his office extension number. I don't... How do I make him speak over the phone? Larry! Oh, hovering deity, tell me.
Lowry, I've read your file. There's just nonsense in it.
You know what I think, Halligan? I think I don't need to tolerate a detective in a 20-pound suit walking past my door, criticizing
If my suit...
very witty. Tell me.
Thank you.
Oh god. Wait, maybe we will save. It's just a Windows thing. That still gets me bad. Running off now, Puddin. See you later. You take care. Thanks so much for nipping by. It's appreciated as ever. Love and support's been nuts. It's been a crazy year. Thank you so much. I need your scissors.
Hey, I've had enough. Get your paws off my scissors, will you?
Wait, you can say... Don't. No, you knew, right? You knew, right? Don't do this to me. You knew.
What is it this time, Halligan?
I could not know. I can't escape. Also, can I just not escape this conversation now? I'm trapped. Had to do them all in one city. Oh no, this is multiple street. There's no way I'm doing this in one night. Okay, we'll do this.
Where can I find Detective Stryker?
Stryker? On holiday? Why?
I heard he was suspended.
Well, not exactly suspended. Actually, the chief did advise him to take his annual holiday.
Why?
I don't know. Ask the chief. Anyway, Stryker's on holiday, and that's that.
Okay. I'll talk to you later, Lowry.
Will I? Can I escape? Yes. Alright, we'll go to my office. Go to my phone.
It doesn't work like that. You don't hear anything, and nothing happens either.
Oh.
I'd better leave that here.
Wait, can I do some weird stuff like make the chief mad and then call Larry and re-record?
I'd better leave that here. I'd better leave that here. I'd better leave that here. I never use the receiver. That thing is just too heavy. Using the loudspeaker is much more comfortable.
It's so heavy.
What's wrong again? No dialing tone.
Scotland Yard Detective Lowry. Hello? Hello?
Get pranked, bro. What's the Chiefs? What's the Chiefs extension? What's the Chiefs extension? Let's do a little skip. There we go. Yeah. Chief, what's your extension? How do I find out your extension?
All our files are stored in there.
Go look at the guide again. What does it want from me? Alright. Alright, okay. It wants me to go to Epping Forest. Alright. We need to go to Epping Forest and pick up some bones. Alright. Apparently I can't do anything until then. I need to take Longbone. Because apparently, you know, only the finest of random plastic bags.
That is no important evidence, I'm sure about that.
I will take. I've just shoved 2 plastic, but they're not even big enough. I picked these up at like Sainsbury's. Wait. Alright, you're the long bone. And the burnt grass.
That is no important evidence. That is no important evidence. I'm sure about that.
So no head.
That is no important evidence. I'm sure. That is no important evidence. That is no important evidence. I'm sure about that.
That's no. I'm very sure about that. Why? Why are you sure, Halligan? I don't think you're. Use the small burnt grass in the lower area next to the skull. Okay.
I can't do a bottle of apple juice.
Small burnt grass.
The grass next to the bones is black. That is no important evidence. That is no important evidence.
Have I not picked up? Wait, what? Use the plastic bag on the small burnt grass on the left side of the.
Next to the bones is black. That is no important evidence. That is no. That's strange.
It says using the plastic bag.
That is no important.
It just says pick up the grass.
That is no important evidence. I'm sure about that. That is no important evidence. I'm sure about that.
That's a lie.
That is no important evidence. I'm sure about that.
Oh, this bodes well. This is okay. So I want to pick up the grass, and according to this guide, you just pick it up with a plastic bag, but that's not happening.
A roll. That is no important evidence. I'm sure about that. The grass next to the bones is black.
Okay, so I get the plastic bag.
That is no important.
And it's not important.
I'm sure about that. That is no important evidence. That is no important evidence. I'm sure about that. No, that's my glove. That is no. There's no point in that. No, a roll of plastic bags to secure evidence. That won't feel different with gloves either.
Pick them up with the gloves.
That won't feel different with gloves either.
So I can't pick up the grass. Interesting.
Fingerprint powder.
I can't unequip. How do you unequip inventory?
That's my gloves. I nicked them out of. There's hardly any flesh on the bone. Unbelievable. Strange. The grass next to the bones is black.
Oh, maybe there's.
That is no important evidence. I'm sure about that. That is no important evidence. That is no important evidence.
It just says pick up the black grass with the bag.
That is no important evidence. That is no important evidence, I'm sure.
Oh, it was that bit of grass. Only that bit of grass. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I apologize. I didn't realize.
Plastic bags to secure evidence.
Okay. Now, please unselect the bag so I can do other things. Thank you. Now, back to Scotland Yard. Look at him run. Why does it show that? It's so weird. Lab man, I have bone. Bone and grass. Larry! Bone and grass? No, it's my office. Why do I get like a really fancy one under the Scotland Yard sign? That feels ill-deserved. Alright, Chris Lab. Chris Lab. I have bone! Because apparently your forensic team turned up and then just didn't take any of the stuff. Which feels weird. Oh god, the frame rate's dropping again. Oh, for God's don't. Game. Here
you go, Chris. Have a look at this.
A bone. Very likely the right thigh bone. Why are you bringing it here? I had a look at the bones with the forensic squad this morning.
I know, but I've still got a couple of questions about them.
So I brought you this bone.
Well, go ahead then.
Why is the frame rate dropping? You are a point and click game.
Did somebody maybe scorch the flesh off the bone?
No, definitely not. That would look different. I suspect that it was rather cut off, or maybe taken off with acid.
Okay.
What sex was the victim?
Judging by the structure of the bones, I think it was male. I'll write that down in my report as well, but I'll tell you right now that you won't get it before the end of the week, Halligan.
Can you see any abnormalities?
I would have noticed them, Halligan. No fractures, no bruises, everything quite normal.
Why did I need to bring you a bone for this, considering he said it himself, he already went to the crime scene? Why has the music suddenly gotten spooky?
You can't tell me more than that about the bones? Chris, that doesn't help me.
There's really no more to say about the bones, Halligan. Just wait for my report. You'll have it all nicely written down then. Or, hang on a moment. If you're really interested, go and see Professor Turner. He was the supervisor of a friend's PhD thesis. That's how I met him. He works in the Anthropological Museum in Oxford. If anybody can say anything about the bones, he can.
Go see the bone doctor. Thank you. The bone man of Oxford will help you. Oh my god, this frame rate. You're killing me, game.
Okay, thanks for the advice.
I'm gonna have to find a fix for that. How about this grass? Oh god, alright, I'm gonna have to fix this again! Right, chat, everyone go into your little side room for a second. Good god. If anyone knows anything about this, I'll have to do some repairs, because holy hell. Frame rate drops. Frame rates drops. A mystery of the Druids. Timeout zone. Go into your corner. Alright. Grass.
Chris, I've got something else for you. Could you have a quick look at that too?
The weed. Also from the place where the bones were found, I suppose.
Exactly.
Nah, this is just that dank stuff I got down East London.
Have you seen something like this before?
You mean, have I seen grass before? Are you trying to pull my leg?
You know damn well.
Just smell it.
Smells slightly burnt.
The bones were lying on this grass.
Oh, maybe somebody made a fire on the grass before the bones were lying there. That's not very unusual in parks.
That was no fireplace, Chris. The grass was burnt under the bones.
Like the bones are acidic.
Well then, maybe the bones got hot.
Hot.
Can bones get that hot in the sun?
Well, I don't think this is very likely in autumn. But right now,
Hot
I
bones.
can't say much more about that either.
It's about the hot bones, Chris.
Okay, Chris. See you later on.
Okay.
I don't want that.
So we've got hot the bones were hot. Ooh, hydrate. All right, give me a sec. All right. No. The last of my Juneberry Red Bull. Not exactly hydrate worthy, but I'll make sure to have water around next time. I'll get the streaming flask. Okay, now what? You give the name of Professor. Alright, cool. We can go bother someone in Oxford now. To Oxford! It's time to bother someone at Oxford. Ah, the finest JPEGs. The trot. Tet. Let me in. Let me in.
Locked. Closed due to renovation works. Great. And now?
How is that not a thing? Dracula games have taught me this 100% is a puzzle piece. Alright, so it's just closed, alright.
Doesn't look busy at all in there.
Climb through the window. Break in, Halligan. Does this lead me home? Guinness. Am I no.
Here.
Halligan!
Crazy. That's mine. Hands off, okay?
Halligan.
Hello, my friend.
Huh?
Can I help you somehow?
Help? Help? Nobody can help me.
Hey, don't despair. Everybody has a hard time now and then.
Halligan.
I can do something for you.
Just leave it. I've lost everything. Everything. No money, no flat, no future. I'm finished. Simply finished.
And do you know what? Halligan's not going to help our situation. I'm calling that right now.
Seen anybody going into the museum?
Yeah. Just this morning, a woman. A young, pretty one.
A woman? You haven't seen a man?
Nah. Only a woman. She comes here every day. Now and again, she gives me a few pennies. Oh, I think she works in the museum.
Ah, a woman then.
So what?
What? What is that meant to mean, Halligan?
There are millions of women running about in this world.
A woman then. Okay. I'd rather deal with the reassuring girth of a man, but I guess I'll make do with this frail woman. Like, what? Halligan belongs beside... No. The bum is a higher class person than he is.
Why is the museum being closed?
Well, it's been refurbished. At the moment, my business is running really badly.
How much did you, make today?
Well, just a poxy 60 pence.
You're right. You won't get far on that. Okay, I must be off now.
Well then, okay.
Can I nick that?
These are the beggar's bags. The rubbish bin smells really bad. Hello, my friend.
Huh?
Love the commitment to not using the benches. Yeah, that's a good point. I have a bench, but nah, I'm really committed to the bit, you see.
What are you doing here?
Are you blind? I'm having a drink.
Can I have a drop?
Get your own bottle, mate. Get me one as well. My bottle's empty.
No.
There's money in your hat there. Isn't that enough for a bottle of gut rot?
Oh, no. Those pennies wouldn't feed a parking meter.
I know what he's gonna do. And I don't like it, chat. And I want to know if you can think what he's gonna do.
Okay, I must be off.
Now, where have I seen a large amount of alcohol, chat? Where has Halligan seen a large amount of alcohol? What that?
Telephone charges of British Telecom, so nobody forgets how expensive it is to use the phone. You can't get through like that. Hey, a phone box, and I don't need a phone card. I can't hear any dialing tone. You have to put at least 30 pence in.
30 pence, chat. I need 30 pence. Now, where is Halligan gonna get 60 pence? So what's that music? I think we all know what's happening. Go to the lab. It's time.
Too dangerous to carry the bottle around with me. I don't even know what kind of stuff that is.
I can't just put it in? Oh, okay.
No. I can see with the naked eye that there are many fingerprints on the bottles. No, I can see with the naked eye that there are many
Okay.
fingerprints on the bottles.
What do you want from me? Alright, guide. Use a magnifying glass on the left shelf containing bottles of chemicals. Look closer. I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what? You have to use the scarf to dust them. What? It's not even implying it's dusty.
Why? At the moment there are no fingerprints on the bottles. That's why I cleaned the bottles. Why? At the moment the green scarf. It's Janet's.
Why do you have Janet's scarf? Why is that? Oh, I bet he sniffs it. Oh, I bet he does. So I dust your bottles so I can chat to what? That then gives me the option to speak. What?
Well, Halligan, how'd you get on at the museum? What did Professor Turner say? Could he help you?
The museum is closed. It's being refurbished.
Oh, well, that's bad luck. Why don't you phone him?
My wallet has disappeared. Have you seen it?
Your wallet? No, it isn't here. Was there much money in it?
No, a £20 note and some change.
Well, it isn't here anyway.
Okay, Chris, that's it for the moment.
Okay, Halligan. See you then. Well, Halligan, How'd you get on at the museum? What did Professor Turner say?
So now I have to ask him about the flasks. What about those flasks?
Something I wanted to ask you, Chris. What are those flasks?
The ones I just dusted for no reason.
On the shelves. They contain all sorts of different chemicals I need for my work. Indicator solutions, alcohol, things like that.
Indicator solutions. Masses of alcohol and everything.
You've got a great job, Chris. Masses of alcohol and everything legal.
Nonsense, Halligan. Do you think we spend all day getting drunk with medical alcohol? Why don't you just try the stuff?
Sure. Give me a shot. This is an irresponsible man. He is about to give me medical alcohol. Chris, you are irresponsible, and Halligan, you're stupid. Do not drink that.
Here, Brent. To your health.
Oh, jeez, why are you so loud?
Go ahead, try it. You won't get one of these so often.
All right, here we go. Cheers.
To your health, Brent. An
Wait,
interesting
Aroma, isn't it?
wait.
Aren't you feeling very well? Brent?
Are you the killer? Am I about to be woken up to have my flesh skinned? Is he the murderer? No, no. Okay, we're still in Scott. Wait, am I?
God damn it. You could knock someone out cold with this kind of stuff, Chris. Chris?
He just left. He poisoned me and left. Well, now I can find out which bottle he touched. With the fingerprints.
Nothing's happening. No, better not. I thought it wouldn't work like that.
Jesus.
That's... Nothing's happening. That won't get me any further. I don't want that. Look, that doesn't work. Look, I thought it. That won't get me any further. That doesn't work. There's no point in...
Damn it. I thought I was being clever. Alright, guide. So I get myself drunk. Now what? Say yes. Halligan will not be able to give the answer before you dusted the chemical bottles with the green scarf. Watch video clip. Go to shelves with bottles and use magnifying glass on them. Oh.
Too dangerous to carry the bottle around with me. I don't even know what kind of stuff that is. Look what we've got here. This is the bottle Chris took.
You didn't know ethanol was alcohol? And then I mix it with apple juice?
No, better not. A bottle, not a good idea. No, a bottle of ethanol. That was a bottle of ethanol. A bottle of apple juice.
What if I combine it with...
A bottle, I don't want that. That won't help either. A bottle of ethanol.
Okay, maybe not. Now what? Brett will not... Examine the alcohol with a positive figure. If inventory, use the alcohol bottle with the empty flask. I don't have an empty flask. How do I get an empty flask? Oh, I need to, like, take his flask. Back to the homeless. To poison the homeless with ethanol. I am going to kill this man for 60 pence.
I don't think it's a good idea to take the bottle out of the lab. Chris will be back quite soon. He'll notice it at once.
God damn it. To the flask! Back to the... Good God. I thought I'd just give him the apple juice. But no, apparently we need to go there. I need to rob him.
Hey, it's me again.
So what? Haven't you asked enough questions yet? You know more about me than my goddamn...
I'm sure Halligan's good. Oh no, without question he is. He's a psycho.
Can I help you somehow?
Help? Help? Nobody can...
Hey, don't despair. Maybe I can do something.
Oh, just leave no money. I'm finished.
Have you tried working?
You tried working?
Listen, mate. Do you want trouble? Are you from the benefit office or something like that? Bagger off, you.
Oh, I didn't want to be impolite. I'm just interested.
Bagger off, pal. You think I'm on holiday here, right?
No, of course not. I just meant...
Go on, save your breath. Bagger off.
Okay, I must be off now.
Well then, okay.
The beggar's flask. Absolutely empty. Now the flask is half full of apple juice.
Now we go back and top it off with ethanol. And poison this homeless man for 60 pence. Just so I can call the museum about it. Look at this bone. look at this bone. We take the ethanol. Oh! We take the bottle, put it back. And I've not even got the form to check the database yet. I have a lack of access to the database, and as a result, I'm going to pointless. It's just some apple schnapps. I've had good schnapps. That is an insult to schnapps. You! It is time! Consume!
I've got something for you. Apple schnapps from Detective Halligan's home distillery. My own brand. Would you like to have a taste?
You serious? All right, pal. I'm as dry as the bottom of a parrot's cage.
Why don't you drink it all? I don't mind. And it's a cracker, I can tell you.
It'll probably kill you.
Mister?
Cheers.
Have this raw medical alcohol I mixed with apple juice. He's not snoring. He's dead. I'm gonna steal his change. I did that for 60 pence. Nah. No one will suspect. I know me as well. Near Germany, so always access to snaps. Oh, jealous. Like good snaps? Hell yeah.
What shall I pay for? Which number am I supposed to dial? Which number am I supposed to dial? Let's see if the phone number of the museum is listed in here. Museum, okay. Museum of African Studies, Museum of Ancient History. Here, Anthropological Museum. And the extension of Professor Turner? It's here.
Just 10-minute drive. Ooh, nice. I'm in the middle of nowhere.
Hey, a phone box. And I don't need a phone card.
Hello?
Hello, who's that?
Who am I speaking to?
I'm going with the phone booth outside the museum. Detective Halligan from Scotland Yard.
This is Detective Halligan from Scotland Yard.
Scotland Yard? What can I do for you?
I need to speak to Professor Turner. Doesn't he work at the museum?
Yes, but he's away on business.
Miss, what's your name?
But I really need to speak to him urgently.
Professor Turner will not be available while he's on his expedition.
Expedition? Secret files.
Where has he gone to?
Kenya. It's a long expedition.
Damn it.
I suppose that's it then.
It looks like it. I'm sorry.
Look, miss. Oh, God, I have to use
Look,
it.
miss. What was your name?
Goodbye, Mr. Halligan.
She's hung up.
Huh. I wasn't So he was poisoned for nothing. Okay. Alright, what is it? What? Okay, bottles, yeah. Give him the flask. Talk to the girl. Wait, what? What? You have to go back? No. No. So, you don't know a name. So, you have to go back to the science lab. And he will tell you the name of her. You then have to go back to the phone booth and talk to her. What? Always room for smuggling. Hell yeah. Where we go do a little bit of smuggling. Just a little bit. I can't believe this game. You're kidding me, right?
Well, Brent, still got a headache?
Don't ask, Chris.
Have you managed to contact Professor Turner?
Yeah, I phoned him, but he wasn't in.
Not in?
He's on an expedition. I just talked to some woman who works there.
Why did you say it with such vitriol? Some woman.
That was probably his daughter Melanie. She works in the museum as well. My friend told me a lot about her. He used to be really keen on her.
So, Professor Turner has a daughter. Thanks, Chris.
Now he's making it weird.
That'll help me.
And now, apparently, I go back to that phone booth with the remaining 30 pence. Yeah, it's only a little bit. Sweats, looks around nervously. It's only a little bit. Hiding the rest in the spare gas tank. So I'm gonna put this woman at ease by being all like, I know who you are. I'm sure she'll like respond nicely to that. I used the last of my money.
Hello?
Hello, this is Halligan again.
Why?
Please don't hang up, Miss Turner.
How do you know my name?
Why did you make me do the same thing twice?
As your father.
Yes, that's true.
What do you do at the museum?
I'm an anthropologist.
The same as your father.
Yes?
Miss Turner, do you think you could...
You could have just asked, could you help me? Why did I have to do the back and forth?
I've had examined at the lab.
A bone. A human bone?
Yes, of course. It belonged to a murder victim.
Murder? How awful.
The bone is from the body of one of the victims of the skeleton murders. I take it you've read about them?
Oh, good heavens, yes. What can I do for you?
Couldn't we discuss that inside?
Certainly. Come on over. I'll let you in.
Don't know what you're talking about, police. Why did you make me do the same puzzle twice? Oh, this game. How would you work that out?
Mr. Halligan?
Yes, that's right. Hello, Miss Turner. Nice to meet you. Thank you for taking the time.
No problem. We're closed anyway. The museum is being refurbished.
It's not easy to get in touch with you. I was close to giving up.
Oh, you mean because of the phone call? I'm really sorry. I do sometimes tend to be rather short on the phone. You know, I get unpleasant calls sometimes, and that's why I'm a bit suspicious.
What?
Well,
That isn't that kind of important? I come some, I suppose. Well, I survived all the as Kiki can testify. I survived the Dracula games.
How may I help you?
As I said, I'm working on the skeleton murders. We found another victim in Epping Forest. All the evidence points to the same culprit as in the other cases. The corpse was completely skeletonized. Professional work.
That's horrible. But how can I help you?
Look at this bone.
Chris Hecker of the forensic lab has already had a look at the bones. He thought that your father could perhaps carry out some additional tests.
That's still weird to me that the forensic office is just
do that. But as I said,
would just miss stuff.
Here.
I know, but it is very urgent. Perhaps you could have a look?
You say you've got some of the bones with you?
Yes, just one.
Wrapped up in 2 duffel bags. It's not even living in a bag.
It's a femur.
Yes, that's what Chris Hecker said as well.
It will take some time, Mr. Halligan. Could you wait a moment?
Yes, I'll sit here and listen to this smooth jazz.
I would like to ask you some questions about your work, just out of interest.
Let's get some information.
How long have you been working here?
Several years. My father helped me to get the job here at the museum.
Connections are indispensable nowadays, aren't they?
I was the most qualified applicant. But it's not easy to gain acceptance with the old boys of the museum's board when you're a woman.
Also, when the frame rate drops.
As good as the best male applicant.
And you were?
Of course I was. It's been decided that I'll be the head of the museum as soon as my father retires.
When will that be?
In 5 years?
Then you will have achieved a lot for someone your age.
How old do you think I am?
I'd say 29.
Exactly.
Oh, what an unnerving skill to actually get that right.
What are all these strange things here in your lab?
They're things my father and I have brought back from various expeditions.
Yes, things we have stolen from various nations. Truly a British museum.
We keep those, of course.
You see quite a lot of the world, don't you?
Yes, that's part of my job.
What's your father's
What's with the creepy violin kicking in?
Studying initiation rituals.
What?
The rituals carried out when the childhoods of boys and girls end, and they're admitted to the circle of adults.
What's your research field?
It can be worse, trust me. Why?
Sacrificial rites.
I'm scared.
That's an unusual research field for a young woman.
Do you think so?
That's weird way to put it.
Divide preferred science fields for men or women, Mr. Halligan.
No, I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah, like no one expects you to be a detective, Halligan.
Death all the time if you research sacrifices.
Death is part of our existence, Mr. Halligan. In all cultures, all around the world.
Like that dead homeless man outside you poisoned with ethanol.
Almost like colleagues.
Maybe. But it's not my job to put people in jail. I document the sacrificial rites of different cultures in order to help create a better mutual understanding.
What is there to be understood about murder?
I'm not saying that I approve of everything I research, Mr. Halligan, but in foreign cultures, not all sacrificial rites are regarded as murder. Most cultures sacrifice animals or plants, and they do so for religious reasons. Human sacrifices don't exist anywhere in the world at present. They're a thing of the past.
That was very interesting. Thank you, Miss Turner.
Not at all. I like talking about it. I'm often alone here with my work. It feels good to be able to chat. But now I'll have a look at that bone you brought.
Good.
Oh, guys, the frame rate returned. She gonna do anything? I just sat down and she just did what? Oh!
This is from Easter Island. Very mysterious.
I'm controlling it. What?
I'd like to know how my father got hold of this silver mask from Kenya. Masks like this one are worn by tribal chieftains for initiation ceremonies.
Ah, my father stole this.
This Greek vase was given to us by a local resident. She thought the museum would be interested in it, but it's just a cheap imitation from a junk shop. It says made in Hong Kong on the bottom. This mask is worn for New Year's celebrations in New Guinea. I got this mask in Central Africa. They wear them for rites that are supposed to cure diseases. Their witch doctors use them to drive away evil spirits. A Mexican god. He's obviously hungry, and only human sacrifices will satisfy him.
Human sacrifice is not really committed anywhere anymore. Apart from Mexico!
Greek statue. A small statue.
Okay, I'm gonna do bone science. Sit there, Mr. Halligan. I'll be with you in a moment.
Antique muzzle-loader pistols. It must have been practically impossible to aim these things properly.
Okay, they weren't that bad. They weren't inaccurate, but there was still such thing as sharpshooters.
Able to date it yet. That's a stiletto from the late Roman era. This dagger needs restoring. These stilettos were found during the excavations in Tenochtitlan, which is now Mexico City.
I just get to look at all that cool stuff.
Can't see a thing.
Oh god, it's actually gonna make me commit science!
There's methanol in there. It's sometimes used to clean up relics.
Bone and methanol.
It's lucky nobody saw that. No, there's no point. Looks as if that won't work.
What am I gonna do with this bone? Why did you give it? I spent the entire game coming here so she'll look at the bone, and now the game's like, come on, be an anthropologist. I don't know what to do. Okay. Alright, first things first. Look at the bone.
That's a human femur. Mr. Halligan gave it.
I take out this and I'll compare it.
It won't work like that, I don't think. Not a good idea.
Not a bullet wound.
It won't work like that. That's futile as well. That's interesting. The notches in the bone were made by a sharp instrument. The sickle matches the notches to a T.
Oh. Microscope the bone. Bone.
I'll never get the bone under there.
I don't know. Get creative. You're an anthropologist. Oh god, what am I meant to do here? Let's have a look. Use the bone of the cut. There's a cutter. There's apparently a cutter somewhere. Where's the cutter? What that? What that? Huh? Okay. I now have bone. Okay. Shove bone. What that?
There's some metal residue here. It's gold. There's some metal residue here.
There's gold. Images of bone fragment clear will streams observation. Okay.
Hey, didn't this edition mention something in connection with sacrificial rites in Britain? Let's see. Yes, here it is. An article about the Druids and their sacrificial rites. The latest findings indicate that in ancient England it was probable for the most... for their high ceremonies, the Celts usually preferred to use... incredible. It all fits in with this bone. I'm sure the detective will be very interested.
And now I talk to Halligan? Halligan! There's gold in them bones!
Mr. Halligan?
It's full of gold!
I believe I've found something interesting about your bone.
Go ahead.
In my opinion, this bone was worked on.
With a sickle?
Yes, and probably with a sickle made of gold.
What makes you think that?
The bone bears notches matching the cutting form of a sickle to a T, and I found a trace of gold in one of the notches.
A golden sickle? Who would use a weapon like that in order to cut a human being to pieces?
That's what I asked myself as well. I found an interesting article which
What?
helped us. According to the historian Arthur Blake, the Britannic Druids carried out very bloody sacrificial rites. He found out that such rites took place at major celebrations of the Celts.
Ancient Celt assassin!
Golden sickles were used for those rites.
Druids? Who would have thought?
Learned about it from old inscriptions he's translating at the moment. Interesting, huh?
Celts? Druids? Quite some time has passed since then, hasn't it?
Of course, but the descriptions in the article absolutely match the findings on your bone, Mr. Halligan. I'm sure the author of the article can help you.
What did you say this author's name was?
Blake. Arthur Blake.
Was there any mention in the article of how you could get in touch with the man?
I thought you'd ask that. His address was printed below the article.
Perfect.
366 Pinewood Road, Northampton.
What do you think? Could this Blake be right?
I don't know. Maybe he just wants to make money with horror stories about ancient Britain, but the bone you've shown me would match his theory quite well.
I would like to ask you some questions about your work, just out of interest.
Wait, no, that's not what I wanted at all. God damn it.
What are all these strange things here in your lab?
They're
Damn
things my
frame
father
rate.
and I have brought back from various expeditions. They have to be catalogued, will then become part of the permanent exhibition of our museum. Some things are personal presents. We keep those, of course.
You see quite a lot of the world, don't you?
Yes, that's part of my job.
What did you say this author's name was?
Blake.
There we go.
Blake.
Was there any mention in the article of how you could get...
It's now just going through the cycles without my help. What?
I thought you'd ask that. His address was printed below the article. 366 Pinewood Road, Northampton.
Okay, get out of here and save.
I'm going there now.
Mr. Halligan, I'm interested in this, particularly because of my job. I'd like to help you with your case. Would you take me with you?
Impossible.
Well, I'm
I
surprised.
have to see him on my own. I'm sorry.
I'm very surprised at you, Halligan.
It would be to your advantage, Mr. Halligan, and I think it would be really interesting to work on a case like that.
Oh, when I think about it...
Oh, just just 180. Okay, we're just 180ing this. All right.
Perhaps there will be more examinations to be done. Okay, Miss Turner, let's do it like this. I'll keep you informed on the case. If I hear anything new or if I need your help, I'll contact you. What do you think?
All right. I'll see you later then.
Yeah, see you later. And thank you, Miss Turner.
Oh God, save before the game crashes. Oh God, the frame rate. All right, everyone, back into your timeout corner for a sec. Oh God. Oh God. Save. Please. I beg you. God, I know games like this before, and I bet it's something to do with, it's not, I've had this happen to another game before, and I know it's something to do with it. It's just saving something in one file over and over again. It's not process. I've had this problem before, and I don't know what to call it, but I do not trust it. All right. Halligan away! Time to commit more crimes.
This must be it. Pretty out of the way. Looks like he made this letterbox himself. Mr. Blake's vehicle really is a vintage car, that's for certain.
Mr. Blake.
Ah, it says Blake. This must be the place. Mr. Blake?
Yes?
My name's Brent Halligan. I'm a detective from Scotland Yard.
We've cornered you, scumbag.
I need to ask you.
Scotland Yard? What's this about? Is something wrong?
I'd rather we discuss...
Well, that voice.
I'm not sure. What's happened? Is there a problem with one of my publications?
No, sir.
Yes.
I'm investigating a murder case. Perhaps you could help me? It really won't take very long.
Murder? Awful. But what's it got to do with me?
Mr. Blake, I'd really prefer it if we could go somewhere a little more private. May I come in?
Well, yes, certainly. Come on in.
Oh. Any books on Druids?
Books. A lot of books. And they're almost all historical works. Books. A lot of books.
Let me search your home.
An old pendulum clock with a Roman face.
Why can't I look at his home so...
Mr. Blake seems to be a man of taste. Still, I wouldn't buy a thing like that.
He's a man of taste. Stupid taste, but taste nonetheless. What is that music?
You're the author of a book on druids, am I right?
Yes.
What's this music?
In fact, I'm just working on
Calm down.
the version for the next edition. But what makes you so interested in my book?
I'm currently investigating a series of murders in London.
Hmm.
I've made some interesting discoveries that I'd like to discuss with you.
What series of murders are we talking about?
The skeleton murders. You may have read about them in the papers.
Oh, yes. Of course. A terrible business.
Mr. Blake, I believe there may be some sort of ritual behind these murders.
Well, what makes you think that?
Dr. Turner from the Anthropological Museum in Oxford
Okay.
examined one of the last victim's bones for me. She found residual traces of gold on it and round notches.
Round notches, you say?
Yes. Does that mean anything to you? Doesn't your book on druids mention ritual killings?
Why did you ask him? Why did you ask him?
True. Are you saying these murders are based on the same ritual?
That's what I've come to ask you.
But that's impossible. It can't be true. It's... My God. It would be unthinkable. It would confirm all my translations. I've been researching the history of the Druids
Whoa, what?
for years now, but I've never yet found proof of my greatest fears.
Your greatest...
What?
Yes, the perfection of the final ritual.
What?
Final confirmation of the Druids' power.
I'm sorry, what? What is going... The final ritual? What?
What's this final ritual all about?
This is the text I wrote down during my travels through England and France.
What?
You know, when you travel through the country, you can feel that many locals still believe in the old Celtic customs. A group of farmers in the south of England let me copy the inscriptions on a megalith that stands in a field there. They claim that there used to be a huge Druid temple close to their house, but there's nothing left of it now. Whatever. I managed to translate the text, at least in part.
Okay, Mr. Blake, please come to the point. What does it say?
It says that the last of the Druids saw the fall of their priesthood coming in the year 1000 AD. In the confusion surrounding the final destruction of the Order, a demonic superior Druid seized power.
Demonic superior Druid.
Druid magic, not for the good of his people, and to honor the gods, but to submit all of mankind to his rule. In order to secure the survival of the Druids' tradition, and to complete his devilish work, he organized a final ritual, transferring the knowledge and power of the last of the Druids to 5 infants. These infants have always been referred to as the inheritors.
We basically like Namekians from Dragon Ball.
Was not entirely completed. I've not yet been able to discover why. But from what I've learned, the inheritors are strong and powerful enough to one day complete the ritual by themselves.
Super Druid babies that contain all the combined knowledge of power of all Druids. What do you say to this?
What happened to the Druids after 1000 AD?
Well, that's a good question, Mr. Halligan. Scientists are still arguing on that point. Some suspect that many Druids simply became priests in the Christian church. After all, Christian priests took over the position in society that had formerly been reserved for the Druids. They simply changed their jobs.
And secretly continued their own religion?
That's not unlikely. They certainly influenced the Christian church. That we do know. Some experts believe that the Druids' order never ceased to exist. That's where the myth surrounding the final ritual comes in. It supposedly took place 1,000 years ago.
What's this got to do with the murders?
Right. What have these murders got to do with the myth?
Well, that's just it, Mr. Halligan. I haven't told you the whole story yet.
There's more?
Yes. The inscriptions explain that the Druids' inheritors require the life force of other people to complete the ritual.
I see. And how do they do that?
According to legend, the flesh has to be cut off the bones of living humans and to be eaten. Only then can their life force be transferred.
You mean the victims of these skeleton murders were practically eaten alive by cannibals?
By Druids. Yes.
I don't believe it.
The worst is yet to come, Mr. Halligan.
What?
What could possibly be worse than that?
If such skeletons have been found in London, bearing marks of a golden sickle, It can only mean one thing. The inheritors are preparing for the perfection of their
I
final
mean,
ritual.
Which means?
we're just accepting magic. We're just accepting this.
The world will become a place
We're just accepting this.
by evil.
Halligan,
Magic will be unleashed.
we're just dark magic. We're just accepting this. What?
But one choice: to obey or to die.
Great. And you really believe all that?
I believe it's possible. You know, Mr. Halligan, I'm not a superstitious man, but I've spent enough time studying Druidism to know that more goes on between heaven and earth than we can possibly imagine.
I quite agree.
You see,
What?
and the skeletons that have been found within the past few months fit in perfectly with the Druids' sacrificial rites. The day of the ritual's perfection is drawing near. Of that I'm certain. What we're looking at right now is just the beginning. Before we're through, more people will die, and the inheritors will soon be strong enough.
What can we do about it?
Time is running out, Mr. Halligan. You must find the inheritors and put them out of action.
What?
That's an easy thing to say.
Find the chosen ones, Halligan.
Be away. During my latest research, I came across something very interesting. If the story I've heard is true, then there's a certain item that was extremely important for the ritual 1,000 years ago.
That one thing, isn't
Piece
it?
of jewelry mentioned in the old inscriptions. The Amulet of Transformation. You should try to gain possession of that amulet.
The Amulet of Transformation. What's its purpose?
I don't know, Mr. Halligan.
Let me take a wild guess on the name, I guess.
Is that the myth says it's important for the completion of the ritual. If you find the amulet, you may be able to prevent the ritual.
Where is it?
Find out about the amulet.
My work led to the discovery of a connection between the Druids of Gaul and Britain. It seems there was a small group of British Druids who fled to France when the ritual failed.
What for?
I don't know. Maybe they wanted to save the amulet. I found out that a 13th century despotic French nobleman somehow gained possession of the amulet. I found a picture of him in an old archive.
Really? Let me see.
Sorry, don't know why that made me laugh. Look at him. Loving it. Yes, it looks like I spill apple juice on it. What? Why did you? Why did you show me a picture of this guy?
Well, he doesn't
Oh.
look particularly friendly. Was he a druid?
Well, he must have had something to do with the Druids, but I really can't tell you how he gained possession of the amulet. However, he is the only clue that I can possibly give you as to the whereabouts of the amulet. I suggest that you make your way to Carmore. With any luck, you may find more clues leading to the amulet there.
So I'm just going to France? Wait, what?
All right, Mr. Blake. I'll get going immediately.
Take care of yourself, Mr. Halligan. Good luck.
I'm going to France. Okay, random person. I'm just believing.
That's a pretty good map of the world, considering how old it is.
I'm just gonna go to France. Time to go to France. Find the Uber Druid. True. I must find the final transformation.
Not much to see. I hope he's in.
Just go to Portsmouth. Do I have to, like, tell her I'm going to France? He's just accepting it. It's French. It's French Druids. It's just French Druids.
Locked.
It's just French Druids. It's just French Druids. We're just accepting that, apparently. He's not. I'm convinced he's just dead. Can I call her? Or do I not have any money anymore? Yes, I only have bones. I have no money. Do I have to like requisition like a pencil or something or background checks, or am I just not privy to any of this? Start it. We'll go to Portsmouth, I guess. I'm just on a boat. I'm on a boat. I'm just in France.
Hello, Captain.
Bonjour.
When are you leaving for Portsmouth?
In 2 hours. Are you coming?
Yes.
Then come aboard.
No, I didn't mean to do that. Back to Portsmouth. Halligan, I've been looking at your budget. You went to France twice in a day.
Hello, Captain.
Bonjour.
Do you know the castle of Carmore? I say.
I might.
Well, do you know the castle or don't you? You're not being very talkative.
No.
How very French of you.
Oh, well, thanks for the conversation.
You're welcome.
Hello, Captain.
Why is everyone like this?
How are you?
All right.
Do you know the castle of Carmore? I say.
I might.
When are you leaving for Portsmouth?
In 2 hours. Are you coming?
No.
No, I think I'll stay here for a bit.
Very well.
All right, I'll bother this dude.
Good day to you, monsieur.
Shush, shush, shush. Silence.
Tell me, my good man, which way is the castle?
Castle? Oh, you mean the burnt-down mound of rubble on the outskirts of the village, I suppose?
Yes, that's it.
What do you want to go there for? There's nothing to see there.
I just want to take a look around. So, which way do I go?
Oh, that's simple. Just follow the road through the village, past
Okay.
the crossroads, and straight ahead. Keep going for about 3 kilometers, then you can't miss it.
Cool.
Have you ever heard of the Lord of the Castle of Carmore?
Yes, of course. My parents used to tell me about him in order to scare me when I wouldn't go to bed. For the children of Carmore, the Lord was a kind of bogeyman, you know. Our parents used to tell us
Okay.
stories about him.
What did they say?
That villagers used to vanish, that the Lord would catch and kill little children. They told me, Pierre, sleep now, or the Lord will come and get you. I remember it as if it had been yesterday.
Ah, to grow up in such times.
Was the Lord such an evil character then?
Oh, yes, so I've heard. They say he murdered his entire family, not to mention half the household.
Okay.
He was a madman, but I don't remember many details of the old stories.
So the castle burnt down, did it?
Yes, that's right. I think it happened in some war or other during the Inquisition. But that was hundreds.
Ha, brimming with druids. What else do you know about the castle?
What do you know about the castle?
Ah, not much. It's supposed to have belonged to a rich family around here many centuries ago.
What is this music? I don't
used to
get.
in the ruins with my friends, but it's not really safe to go walking around in the rubble.
Why is that?
It's in danger of collapsing, my friend. Anyway, it's pretty creepy out there, especially in the cemetery. There's not much left of the castle nowadays. Local farmers use the ruin as a quarry when they need stones for their houses.
Ah,
Just
classic.
bits of rubble left.
So you'll find like ancient Roman ruins and like most houses and like walls around the area.
Have you ever been to the castle as an adult?
Yes, a couple of times. We needed stones for our new stable. But I don't mind telling you, I wasn't too happy out there.
What did people believe would happen if the Lord came to get you?
You'd be killed and fed to the Lord's hounds. At least, that's what my parents told me.
That's not much of a bedtime story to tell a small boy.
True, but it worked. We kept away from the castle after dark, believe me.
I have to go. Good luck with your fishing.
Thank you, thank you.
It's me again.
Quiet. My God, haven't you been listening? I'm trying to catch fish, my friend.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry.
Well, how do you like the area?
I am sorry. I say every line.
Really, to be honest.
Aha. Then what are you doing here again? Trying to scare the...
A little bit, yes.
No, there were just a few points I wanted to clear up.
Very well. But keep your voice down.
Okay.
Certainly. I have to go. Good luck with your fishing.
So I can't ask about his rod anymore. All right.
Powder.
I guess.
A de chevaux. Probably the fisherman's.
So what am I meant to do in Portsmouth? No, in France. What's this? Fisherman, all topics. Go and see the castle. Oh, God. Okay, so we need to go after the castle.
This must be the castle. Or rather, what's left of it. Pretty creepy. Looks like this used to be a tower, but it's collapsed. Looks like this used to be a tower.
Okay.
But it's collapsed.
It seems suitably dramatic. Oh God, there's so much.
The ceiling of the tower has caved in.
Hello? Any druids? Hello, any druids? Any hungry cannibal druids? Any at all? Hello? Knowing me, it's gonna be like, well, did you not pick up the ancient text that you find by making more schnapps? Oh, what's down there? Oh, there's the... Is that what the cemetery is?
It's locked.
Oh. Climb the fence? So it's all locked up. I'm sure that's going to be somewhat relevant. God, I'm just carrying so much useless, like... God, I'm terrified this is one of those games where you can just straight up lose. I don't remember if it is, but I'm dreading it is. Pierre, there was like nothing there. Pierre!
Hello, I'm back.
Damn quiet, I said. Are you trying to frighten the fish off?
A little bit.
I'm sorry. I forgot. I was miles away. I've had a look around the area. I've been to the ruin.
Ah, there we go.
What do you think of our little village?
It's nice. But I've got a few more questions regarding our last tour.
Oh? Well, go ahead and ask. But please,
Quietly. Right?
precisely, my friend. You learn quickly.
I want to speak to you about fishing.
I'd like to speak to you about fishing.
What would you like to know?
I like your fishing rod.
I like your fishing rod. It's a beauty.
Yes, nice, isn't it? It's an enhanced fiberglass telescope, ultralight 47, the latest model.
What are you planning to catch?
You may not believe me, but I've caught all kinds of things here. You know, I've caught pike 5 meters long, with eyes like plates and razor-sharp teeth. That's why I bought this rod. The last one was pulled clean out of my hands by one of those beasts.
Do you expect me to believe that?
Of course, it's the truth.
Oh yes, that's too much, mister. I'm checking on the French druid problem.
But I'm afraid I lost them. They fell into the water. Right here.
And now there's not a shred of evidence to support your story.
Halligan.
It's a pity.
Don't you believe me?
Halligan.
Capitaine Deneuve. He will confirm it. I often show him the fish that I catch.
No. What was...
Capitaine Deneuve? Who's that?
Oh, you don't know him? He captains the ferry that brought you here. He's over there, on board. He's experienced a lot and has been all over the place.
Oh.
There's a lot of stories. Incredible stories.
Oh? Like what, for example?
You'll have to ask him that yourself. I never really listen properly when he starts spinning his yarns. He's bound to tell you a story or two. You just have to...
That's gonna have some information, isn't it?
How to deal with him? What do you mean?
Not so loud, please.
Because of the fish?
No, because of Capitaine Deneuve.
Capitaine.
And?
Look, I'll tell you something. Deneuve's a bit strange. He insists on being addressed by his title. It's how do you call it? A peculiarity of his.
Oh? Why is that?
He's an old sea dog from a real old seafaring family. Some ancestor of his served in Napoleon's fleet.
Oh.
He himself used to go out to sea doing the real thing. Got a master's certificate and all that. Seen the world, so he says. These days he just captains the ferry. But he still insists on people using his title. He says his rank should still command people's respect.
Oh, well, if that's all, I don't mind. What do I have to call him then?
Monsieur le Capitaine Charles Deneuve. That's his full title.
Damn.
He'll appreciate that.
Got it. Thanks for the hint.
Okay.
I have to go.
So
Fishing.
Thank you, thank you.
I'm gonna look for a bit, mate. Maybe catch you later again. Good luck with the dude. Thanks very much. I'll probably like play this twice. I might see you again another Wednesday. We try and do Friday, Saturday, Sundays. Sunday's a board game day though, so you probably see me like once over the weekend, and then just keep an eye open. If you want to join the Discord, that's also freely available for people. Oh yeah, God, I just realized there's a bunch of new people in chat. For those interested, we have a Discord. It's very chill at the moment. It's kind of like early days. And for those who want to catch VODs and see what terrible things I've done in the past, we've also got a YouTube. Just to be a soulless shill, I just hit 100 subscribers on YouTube. So yay! I like seeing the number go up.
Hello, I'm back.
Damn quiet.
He's such a dick, Halligan.
Fish off.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. I was miles away. I've had a look round the area. I've been to the ruin.
And? What do you think of our little village?
It's nice. But I've got a few more questions regarding our last tour.
Oh? Well, go ahead and ask. But please...
Quietly. Right?
Precisely, my friend. You learn quickly.
No, he doesn't. No, he does not.
I'd like to speak to you about fishing.
What would you like to know?
I like your fish. I need to steal it, don't I?
I like your fishing rod. It's a beauty.
Yes, nice, isn't it? There's an enhanced fiberglass telescope, ultra low.
Let me hold your fishing rod. Let me steal it from you.
Do you mind if I hold your fishing rod for a while?
Sorry, my friend. It was very expensive. I spent 800 francs on it, and I'm not going to let anyone else touch it.
Can you give me one of your fish?
Could you give me one of your fish?
On a normal day, I would, but I just haven't been able to catch enough today.
How many fish have you caught?
Well, not a single one, my friend.
That's not a lot.
Yeah, precisely. I must try to catch some now, otherwise I will have nothing to offer this evening.
You're planning to sell the fish?
No. I have visitors coming this evening, you understand?
I see.
Oh, cool. Catching it fresh.
Suppose there's nothing doing then.
Sorry. Why don't you just buy a fishing rod of your own and come and join me? Who knows? If you're nice and quiet, you may be lucky.
Oh, I'm gonna steal that.
I have to go.
Oh, I'm gonna steal that fishing rod so hard.
I take it these drums contain fuel. Excuse me.
What?
You're Monsieur le Capitaine Charles Deneuve, aren't you?
Yes, that is correct, my boy. Charles Deneuve, Capitaine of the Merchant Navy of France. How do you know my name?
I've been talking to a friend of yours, the fisherman over there at the jetty.
Pierre? Ah, yes, old Pierre. I expect he has been telling you about his pike, the one that was 5 meters long.
Oh, wow, he's so friendly now.
Pierre says you're from Carmont, like he is. Is that true?
Yes, that's right. I grew up here. As a youngster, I wanted to be a fisherman and used to work on my father's trawler. Later, I went to naval college to become a captain of the Merchant Navy of France. I have a small house at the end of the road, just behind Francois' Bistro.
Ooh, nice. Tell me about the Merchant Navy?
You work for the Merchant Navy?
Yes. I have been to practically every single port all over the world. From New York to Zanzibar, from Rotterdam to Cape Town.
Oh, there's a really cool naval tattoos for that, actually. Like, for different, like, crossings.
Backwaters, lakes and canals. I have seen things no other man on Earth has ever seen.
Sounds exciting.
Yes.
Yeah, why did you say it like that? That was weird.
In a few years' time, I shall retire and begin working on my memoirs.
Come on, give me dirty deets, come on.
Sounds interesting.
Oh, yes, my boy. I've seen a lot, you know. Disasters, storm tides, elements, mysteries.
Really? Won't you tell me more?
I have seen ships disappear in the Bermuda Triangle. I saw the Prince of Egypt sink. I witnessed the accident of the Pride of Paris in Cape Town Harbor.
You were in all those places.
Wait, why did you hesitate there? What?
And that's not all. I have seen tsunamis 40 meters high and octopuses with 16 tentacles.
I thought octopuses only had 8 tentacles.
Quite, my boy.
Quiet.
I have seen things a common landlubber, no offense, my boy, cannot even begin to imagine. Octopuses with twice the normal number of
Dear God.
tentacles. What do you say to that?
Well, that's quite incredible.
Do you know any more stories? There's gotta be something to do with the Druids.
Of course. My logs are full of them. Take the story of Nantucket Island, for instance. I was stranded there for a number of years. Would you like to hear it?
Is it a long story?
Like I said, I spent a number of years there.
Just stranded for years. God, it's gone.
Thank you, Monsieur le Capitaine. You've been a great help.
You're welcome, my boy.
Monsieur le Capitaine?
What can I do for you?
No, I've changed my mind.
I've got a few more questions concerning our last conversation.
All right. Ask me anything you like, my boy.
There's gotta be something I'm missing.
Like he is. Is that true?
Yes, that's right. I grew up here. As a youngster, I wanted to be a fisherman and used to work on my father's trawler. Later, I went to naval college to become a captain of the Merchant Navy of France. I have a small house at the end of the road, just behind Francois' Bistro.
There's nothing else. Tell me about Pierre?
Tell me more about Pierre.
I meet him almost every day. He doesn't have much to do these days. Not since the fishing industry went down the drain.
So he's a fisherman, is he?
He used to have 3 trawlers and 5 employees. But nobody wants French fish anymore these days. They're too expensive. Now he spends his days sitting at the jetty, catching a few fish for himself and his friends to eat.
Aw.
They meet round at
Also, I just noticed the fishing line's just under your boat.
talk about old times when they used to go out on their trawlers every day.
How long does he sit there fishing?
Until I come back with my last load of passengers. Since he's had that fishing rod, he sometimes sits there even longer. If I have time, we go over to Francois' place when I'm finished for the day.
Doesn't he have anything better to do?
Have anything better to do?
No, not much. None of the villagers here has much to do, since business is so bad nowadays. Pierre has a small farm which supplies him with all he needs. A few years back,
He's kind of living the dream, to be honest.
stable next to his house, where he keeps a few animals. His life is rather boring, really. That's why he's always pleased when I tell him a few stories.
Thank you, Monsieur le Capitaine. You've been a great help.
Has he been a great help? Okay, what am I meant to do here? Use his title. Go to the castle in the first main scene with an arrow. Alright, so we're now going back to the castle according to the guide. What?
No, not a chance.
What a weird gate. Wait, what? My brain hurts at this point. So you want me to go... What? Use the file folder with the what? Use the file folder with the what? I'm sorry, what? Use the file folder.
That won't help either.
Yeah, why would it? The file folder. What? It was Why would we know that shoving a stack of I guess it's trying to be like it's a latch, but despite the fact there's clearly a keyhole? Why would that work? That's that got me a little bad. That got me a little bad. How on earth would you know to do that? Oh, spoopy. Come back here, mystery man.
A gravestone. Pretty weather-beaten. There's a hollow at the top. A gravestone. Pretty weather-beaten.
Okay. Oh. Oh god, I'm gonna have to make note of these, aren't I?
There's a hollow at the top. A gravestone. There's a hollow at the top.
Oh god, they're all like this.
There's a hollow at a gravestone.
Oh god, why are there so many? This worries me.
There's a hollow at the top.
Oh god, someone put a JPEG of a castle here.
The door's walled up.
What is this meant to be?
A mausoleum. I expect the lord of the castle's buried in there. It's gigantic. The mausoleum is practically a castle itself. A mausoleum.
Cannot break it. How does one break in? How does one break into a mausoleum?
A gravestone.
Oh, considering it's one of those files. Okay. Go to the left down the stairs to begin locked. Use the file folder to open the gate. Use the cemetery possible, but look at all the graves. There are 12 graves. Go to visit the mausoleum and think about it. Go back to the village. Okay, so now I need to go back to the dude.
There's a
Oh, God. And now I have to go back to the guy and ask him about his memoir. What? Oh, God, this actually is giving me a headache. It's just the order of things is so messed up. And there's no fast travel map. Is there? Well, we're getting a saving. Oh, God, I'm genuinely getting a headache. It's just the play order's so messed up. Like, I mean, the Dracula games had their moments, but even this feels just like, what? Oh, the jarring music change.
Monsieur le Capitaine.
What can I do for you?
I've got a few more questions concerning our last conversation.
All right. Ask me anything you like, my boy.
I was asking about...
Says you're from Carmore, like he is. Is that true?
Yes, that's right. I grew up here. As a youngster, I wanted to be a fisherman and used to work on my father's trawler. Later, I went to naval college to become a captain of the Merchant Navy of France. I have a small house at the end of the road, just behind Francois' Bistro.
Can you tell about... Okay, it's not letting me... Asking about working in the Merchant Navy.
You used to work for the Merchant Navy?
Yes. I have been to practically every single port all over the world. From New York to Zanzibar, from Rotterdam to Cape Town. I have sailed all known and unknown oceans, rivers, backwaters, lakes, and canals. I have seen things no other man on Earth has ever seen.
Sounds exciting.
Yes.
Yeah, what? Why did he say it like that?
In a few years' time, I shall retire and begin working on my memoirs.
Asked about...
That sounds interesting.
Oh, yes, my boy.
Will they now mention the castle, maybe?
Disasters, storm tides, elements, mysteries.
Really? Won't you tell me more?
I have seen ships disappear in the Bermuda Triangle. I saw the Prince of Egypt sink. I witnessed the accident of the Pride of Paris in Cape Town Harbor.
You were in all those places?
Of course. And that's not all. I have seen tsunamis 40 meters high and octopuses with 16 tentacles.
I thought octopuses only had 8 tentacles.
Quite, my boy, quite. I have seen things a common landlubber, no offense, my boy, cannot even begin to imagine. Octopuses with twice the normal number of tentacles. What do you say to that?
Well, that's...
You gonna mention the castle?
Incredible. You know any more stories?
Now we'll mention it?
My logs are full of them. Take the story of Nantucket Island, for instance.
God damn it!
There for a number of years.
Why would it trigger?
To hear it?
Is it a long story?
Like I said, I spent a number of years there.
Some other time, maybe. Thank you, Monsieur le Capitaine. You've been a great help.
You're welcome.
No, he hasn't.
Monsieur le Capitaine?
What can I do for you?
I've got a few more questions concerning our last conversation.
Talk to them about the captain, all topics, and he'll eventually send you back to the Verge of Carmel. Let's go back to Portsmouth. Wait, what? Ask him about working in the Merchant Navy, his memoirs, his stories, and about the castle of Carmos. He'll tell you the story of the castle. Go see Arthur Blake, talk with him about the captain. What? 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 Why do I need to talk to 5 people to get them to talk about the topic?
Pierre says you're from Carmore, like
This hurts. This hurts me.
Yes, that's right. I grew up here. As a youngster, I wanted to be a fisherman. Later, I went to naval college. I have a small house at the end of...
So...
You used to work for the merchant...
Yes, I have sailed all... I have seen things.
Sounds exciting.
Yes, but...
And now you only captain the ferry from Carmore to Portsmouth.
Yes, that's right. Is there anything wrong with that? Don't you like talking to people who only captain ferries? It's an important job. People need ferries. Because it just so happens there's a lot of water between the islands and the continent. Somebody has to steer those ferries. But I don't suppose a landlubber like you would understand that.
I didn't mean to offend you, Captain.
That's Monsieur le Capitaine Charles de Neuve to you, my boy. You'd better get a bit dry behind the ears before you start talking to seasoned sailors. Got that?
Yes, sir.
I should think so, too.
Oh, well, thanks for the...
He's not told me about the castle. Do I have to click on all the graves?
Monsieur le Capitaine?
What can I do for you?
When are you leaving for Portsmouth?
In 2 hours. Are you coming?
Yes.
Then come aboard.
Because apparently I can speak with Arthur Blake about him? What? Why? This is a special kind of just... When you have to confer to the guide this much. But then again, can I say as much after, like, playing Dracula so much?
Ah, it says Blake. Ah, it says Blake. This must be the place. Good day to you, Mr. Blake. I'm back.
Ah, Mr. Halligan. You don't sound too cheerful.
No, I do not, Microsoft Sam.
I take it your search was not successful?
I went to Carmore, but I didn't find the amulet.
Oh. Did you search everywhere for it?
Well, I did the best I could, but that one-horse town really was the most godforsaken place I've ever seen. And now I'm just tired out.
Tell me what happened while you were over there.
I went to the castle ruins.
So you found them?
Yes, that wasn't too difficult. There's hardly a stone of it left standing, though.
Yes, I know. And there was no sign of the amulet?
Like I said, not a trace. I'd like to talk about the amulet again. How did you find out about the amulet?
My work led to the discovery of a connection between the Druids of Gaul and Britain. It seems there was a small group of British Druids who fled to France when the ritual failed.
What for?
I don't know. Maybe they wanted to save the amulet. I found out that a 13th century despotic French nobleman somehow gained possession of the amulet.
So it is him.
A picture of him in an old archive.
Really? Let me see.
Yes, that's his tome, yeah. That's his tomb.
Well, he doesn't look particularly friendly. Was he a druid?
Well, he must have had, but I suggest that you make your way to Carmore with any...
God damn it. So I didn't...
All right, Mr. Blake. I'll get going immediately.
Take care of yourself, Halligan. Good luck.
I have to find all 12 of the graves. Because that's a fun game mechanic. Just to trigger a conversation. Oh, that's good. That's good stuff. Real high quality. Quick, back to France.
Carmore. Picturesque little place.
Right, so... Use the folder with the gates. Brent will observe they have hollows on the top. There are 12 such graves. Go visit the mausoleum and think about it. Okay. So it's not one of you lot, alright. Oh wait, there's a passageway though. Okay, one.
A gravestone. There's a hollow at a gravestone. Pretty.
So there's one there. Okay, one. Okay. The frame rate. No! It begins. Oh god, you know what, chat? That is, I'm exhausted. That was an exhausting... My brain hurts. And I can do some nice, colourful searching next time, next Wednesday, because that just hurt. That just hurt. Oh god. I'm not sure if this is just bad or so bad it's good yet. It is just... That, because that just hurt. Jesus. Ugh. Well, you came pretty far. Thank you. I will continue it next Wednesday, for next Wizdom Wednesdays, for those who wish to tune in for then. We should be back around the usual time or a little bit earlier in the morning. We're messing around with time zones while I just figure out what my schedule's going to be. But yeah, oh god, I'm in awe. I am in awe. I promised I'd do this, and it's not really failing to disappoint. But after this, I think we'll probably do more the team that did the Dracula games. I missed that level of just scrungliness. Hope I can make it. I'd love to see that. Yeah, it'll be great. You're always welcome. I'm a little small strem. I do what I can. I will be playing some weird stuff over the week as well. I've got some backroom stuff, some fun little... I think we really wanted to play... Actually, we might do some Rugrats over the weekend. Original Rugrats, because there's been a new demo released for their new game, which no one asked for, but we're going to get it, and hell yeah. There is also the anniversary of The Mummy coming up, The Mummy 2. And as I've already played that on this channel, I'm very tempted to boot up that again. The Mummy 2 on PlayStation 2. It was a unique piece of jank. We've already played it once as O'Connell. We could play it as Imhotep. There's also The Mummy 1 as well. What a great movie. What a great movie. I could probably dig it. I think there's a Mummy 1 game on PlayStation 1 we could definitely mess around with. That could be a lot of fun. But anyway, I'm ranting, chat. Today has been immensely humbling yet again. Dracula games. I myself dabbled in some old text-based adventures again. Oh god. Going even further back. Text only. It's like that Lord of the Rings one. I know there's a Lord of the Rings text game you can do, and you have to do everything by text. God, I'm not sure if I would have the actual goal to actually play them. I'm not sure if I could. My brain might hurt too much. But for now, chat, I'll wrap it up. It's been absolutely lovely. It's been an awesome little Wednesday. I'll keep you all posted about the job situation. Zork! Oh god, I literally was eyeing that up on GOG recently. I did see that. It was up there. So it's up there with Zork and something of Blades. Something of Blades, I think it was. Another popular point and click I was warned about. But for now, chat, I think it's time I wrapped it up. I'm knackered. That was really fun. I'm going to try and get into this more regular like. I'd love to keep doing this and keep this going. The amount of love and support is absurd. Please send some love to Dandelion, Azadokan, Speckinator. They've all, and Kiki as well. They've been absurdly kind to me. I will try and set up some kind of command so I can actually advertise their channels and stuff, because they've all been incredibly nice to me. A lot of talented artists and really nice people. And they've been, and again, Dandelion, the like of Dandelion, have been ridiculously supportive of me. Some rando they raided once and they've been ridiculously kind. So send the love, make sure to send the love in all the directions. Take some and pass it on. So for now, take care of yourselves. I look forward to seeing where this all leads. So take care of yourself. Focus on the things you love and your hobbies. Get through the working week and enjoy your weekend. For now, take care. Have a lovely night. Mwah! Goodbye.